some family in town, so I'm supposed to take them to breakfast when they wake up. Yeah, I got some family at this. It's actually a hotel and a casino. Most of them got, you know how it is. Yeah, they got the rooms and everything. I got some family in town, so I'm gonna take them to breakfast when they wake up.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hey, any new news? I know we talked yesterday. I don't know if you wanted to share with the peoples, or is that kind of like exclusive?
Huh? Hold on one second. Yeah, you were saying new news as far as what?
Just you, your brother, Jay Prince, stuff like that, or is that like more exclusive?
Yeah, kind of. But we just got a great relationship. I known him over 20 years since I was a teenager. Just a real wise guy and a great jewel in the game of boxing. He kind of I wouldn't say he kind of you could say low key in boxing, even though he got a great stable and always kept a great stable in the last 20, 30 years. But to me, the best manager all around in the game, hands on, especially too. Um, yeah, but I mean, it fit into what happened on the weekend because he managed Shakur Stevenson, as one of his fighters. So, um,
Does Jay Prince, when it comes to management, is it more just off of like, I'll give you some advice, brother to brother type deal, when you want to come and ask for it, or when you kind of see something's going wrong, or is it more just on the finances? Because a lot of people are talking upon how Shakur attacks the social media, and they kind of like rag him. They rag him from that. I know that he can get aggressive because he's competitive, but in the same time, and he alluded to it in the fight, like, "Hey, I talked a lot of shit, and I got to eat it now." You know what I'm saying? But in your
right.
opinion, does Jay Prince go that far?
No, he don't really get into the social media, but he'll give you any kind of advice that you need. But he just he like the cool uncle, like this real smart, wise, but he laid back and but super wise, like real consistent, like consistent character all the time. Like ever since I known him for over 20 years ago, he been the same exactly that he is now to a T at all times. Like it ain't like, all right, I'm with this guy that's here like me. I'm with Jay Z or I'm with this guy, that guy. I'm gonna act this way, treat him this way, and then I'm gonna be with this. Like how the term when people say to treat the waiter like the CEO and treat the workers like he like that. At best explain him to me. Like he treat everybody the same. That's what I like about him probably the most. He treat every person the same since I known him, so it ain't nothing fake about it. It's consistent, his character. But yeah, he gave good advice and he's real hands on, as far as making smart decisions just in life as well. Some of it, well, a lot of stuff he taught me so many years ago, I'm seeing I'm seeing how much he was right now, even though I knew then, but when I was 16, 17, 18, hearing a lot of it, I'm like, dang, if I would have fully listened then, like it'd be, I'm doing cool now, but I'd have really been, because Jay is he's a mogul, like another Russell Simmons or Dr. Dre type people, like actually before him though, because he the one that started independent in the music, the rap game. So, you know, anytime you almost sign a guy like a Tupac and people like that, that's just all around. But yeah, I think he definitely gave good advice as far as I'm sure he gives Shakur some good advice on how to handle things, but I'm sure he probably don't really know that, like about what you say. Somebody shot you a nice donation, I think.
Yeah, it looked like it. It looks
Yeah,
like
he
it.
deserve it, y'all. He'll shoot like 10 more of them. Uh, but
Appreciate it, man.
but I got to start learning how to do it. Every time I try to do it, it failed. I done tried to shoot some on here and a couple more of them, and it failed. I don't know. I got to figure that part out.
Yeah, I haven't. I want to figure it out too because I want to start showing love to some of the other boxing content creators that are,
But
the
actually, I
real.
did talk to Jay. Well, I probably be with him in a few hours, but we talked after the fight and stuff. So
Mm,
it might be some things that Shakur already put out. I don't know if he put it out yet in the media about any kind of things that might have gotten in the way, of him performing like usual. But the
mm,
thing is, of course, I ain't gonna say it's no excuses. Like he said, it is what it is. You got to go in there and fight. People don't want to turn down that kind of bag. Like in one night, you getting all the millions. Like that's, I mean, you could. It ain't an excuse because for the fans, that's a part of a growing thing because he's young. So he's not super young, but he's still growing in experience to know it never happened to him before. So next time, I'm sure all right, I gotta, even if I got one arm or one hand, I gotta kind of figure out a way to just use it a little more, to attempt. But we know he's a defensive fighter, safety first. I give him a pass just because everybody gonna have one or two down performances in their career. Now if he did it the next time too, I think the fans could get on him a little more. But I think we got to give him the benefit of the doubt on this one because one thing he did do that was impressive. People might not say it, but the way he disarmed dude was still impressive to me. Like because that guy can fight that he fought, he couldn't do nothing. Like if he knew that he was in there with a guy with the handicap that Shakur had, why couldn't you do more? Like that's what I was kind of disappointed at as well. Like, but I ain't not him either because he still is young and got time to grow and experience and but I do think that the opponent should have knew and pressed the issue like damn he's sitting back, let me go out and try to steal this decision because he not able to throw a lot, I'm gonna try to steal it from him. But I don't know if he knew or maybe his corner didn't pick it up, like maybe they was thinking oh he's scared of your power, they might have been a little delusional thinking something like that. But yeah, it was his least impressive performance though, for sure. So, but I ain't gonna hold that on him. Usually he give us some good boxing and good quality fights, and I'm just looking forward to the next fight. It'd be like Boots. I remember everybody was criticizing when Jerron Boots Ennis
fuck
the
Karen.
fight before last. Remember everybody was tripping,
Yeah,
but
fuck Karen and going crazy.
what you got to realize is these guys still young as far as experience in the ring. As they gonna face a little adversity when it come to guys that's not engaging in what this is as far as Boots. Uh, you know, he came back and he whooped the hell out of dude that next fight,
Yeah. Uh,
smashed him.
yeah, he smashed Ramon Villa.
Yeah,
Um,
but one thing we got to understand with a fighter is different. It ain't like basketball or football. We can't sub nobody in, so they get injured, they're gonna lead the game. Shakur still had to pull the victory out. So,
mhm.
I give him a pass on this one.
We'll get right into that, but right, I want to be able to shout out everybody on the chat, Carlita Jones, Brand, Corey Benson, and obviously Charles Edwin Cheese. Thank you for the $100, man. I appreciate it. That's the biggest super chat I ever got since I started the YouTube channel. So blessed to you and appreciate the support as well. Salute to Big Money as well. And so going into like you know a lot of people don't want to hear excuses, right? In the boxing game, people don't want to hear excuses, but in reality, um, this is real. You know what I'm saying? This is a sport
100%.
that you got to be able to tear down your body, get into complete shape, and hand injuries are super common.
Ah,
And I was asking Bernie, I said, Bernie, when you fought in the amateurs and stuff like that, when you hurt your hand, and you was fighting in a fight, and he told me I never hurt my hand while in a fight. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever hurt your hand while a
I
fight?
won. I won the title with a. I won the world title with a.
I
I
see
don't know
that.
if you could see. It was that high. Listen,
Yeah.
and the crazy thing is, when I fought, my hand was already messed up. I already had the plan that I was gonna get to surgery after. It was actually messed up for years, but I couldn't even spar a lot. But there's no way I was turning down the world title fight.
Mm.
And I was fighting a real difficult opponent at the time. I ended up winning, but this dude was so crafty that nobody wanted to fight him at the time. Like
So
in
you
the
see what
fight,
you just said? You just said that you did it for the world title, right?
it was no way I wasn't taking it. I'm like, shit, I get to surgery afterwards. And everybody was
And this
saying
is
it
the
was
same thing
boring.
with
And
Shakur.
yeah,
Same exact thing. He was desperate to get that WBC title, so he did not want to be able to pull out of the fight. He
right.
wanted to become champion, become a three division champion right away,
But here's what I
and I
will
understood
say.
that.
I will keep it real though. The good come with the bad. So you gotta take the bad class. You can't be mad at people for, you gotta take the good with the bad. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't,
yeah. Because you
you,
was greedy. You wanted the belt, right? But you didn't perform, so now you got to take it. You
yeah,
got
like
the
me,
belt. You can
me,
go
me. I
shine it
knew.
now.
I'm like, all right, y'all saying all I gotta do is win, and then we good. All right, bam, I won. Dude didn't dude didn't know my hand was messed up. I got to win. The fight wasn't entertaining because I couldn't let loose like I wanted. But I'm not gonna be mad at people saying the fight wasn't that good. And it could be a good chess match to people. Shakur. Now I was impressed because I'm looking at it from a coaching standpoint and from a boxing purist. I was impressed by how he couldn't touch Shakur, and he was fucking confused and damn near just quit trying to fight. He disarmed dude. Now that part of the game was impressive as hell. I'm like,
But what are your take on people that are saying that Shakur is not just pulling out with his distance to come back to to counter. He's legitly getting himself out of range and hopping out each
yeah,
time
well,
Edwin comes out. And I could agree with those type of people that in the beginning stages of boxing, they teach you that how to pull out, how to pull in. It's like it's an amateur style type of a deal. Um, do you feel like that was impressive? Because to me, it was that piece is not impressive to me because I know Shakur does that. I know he could do that. I'm more impressed and as a fan of Shakur of all the other things that he does, taking risks and stuff like that. That's why I'm
yeah,
I'm, I'm more of a fan than anything else. Um,
yeah,
but do you feel like the style that he has when it comes down to close range, you need to have a solid right hand, left hand to be able to slip and counter with the uppercut with your hand. He also, he likes to stab with both hands to the body. And
yeah.
we all know, Mickey, that if you hurt your hand and you try to donate to the body, it's gonna hurt your hand.
Oh yeah, no,
It's gonna hurt
everything
your
hurts.
hand.
Listen, I had a draw in the fight from coming back too soon after I broke my hand, and I fought too soon before it healed. I had a draw like that in my career before because I couldn't. Now that shit hurt. Like, believe me, it's worse than when you hit a dude's skull and you just tap it. It don't just hurt your hand, your whole it go through
You
your
feel it
whole.
right here, right there.
But I ain't gonna lie to you, like not taking up for him because, like I said, you gotta take the good with the bad. You gotta take the good with the bad. So he
Absolutely.
can't. This ain't the fight to go back and forth with the fans. He just gotta, if you went in injured, you did it for the fans, but at the same time, you just
You
gotta
didn't
say,
do it for the fans.
yeah, it's kind of like I guess like he said, I don't. Well, see, here's the thing too with me, right? I was under the weather, so I didn't go to the fight because I trained the kid that won the title on the
Floyd.
undercard. Cat, yeah. So I stayed back because I'm like, all right, I ain't feeling good. I ain't even gonna come around for a couple days. So I watched it on TV. Maybe that's why I look more impressive to me, even though all the fans that's on here seen it on TV. But I was just looking like, damn, his defense and how he disarmed them. But after a lot of rounds went by, I'm kind of like, damn, when is he? But then I knew I'm smart. I'm like, oh, he got an injury. I knew after a certain round, I knew for sure. I'm like, he got an injury because he ain't gonna just make him miss the way he was missing and not make him pay. He had dudes spin and go to the ropes. Remember when he did that with Valdez, he dropped him. At first, I was like, okay, he felt dude power, so maybe he gonna start later. I'm like, maybe he gonna start later, but um, it's a difference because when you fighting a puncher and you injured, if the dude, that's gonna really make you take a little bit of risk. But I think Shakur need to fight a good fight next fight, like a because I now people need to be criticizing his opponent because
Talk
you
to
didn't
him.
you didn't fight like you was going in there to take the title. If I was in there with Shakur, this was the night to beat Shakur. To be honest with you, if it was any night, if it was any night to beat Shakur,
Yeah, he
somebody
didn't.
could have
He
beat him
didn't go
that
for
night.
broke. He didn't go for
He didn't
broke.
go for broke.
And I
And
just looked at his story, and they're already drinking and celebrating.
see, and,
There
and
ain't
when
nothing
I
to celebrate for.
listen
What's what to
now,
celebrate?
when I seen him before the fight, doing too much dancing and celebrating, I'm like, okay, nah, I'm happy he got the payday, he got the money. I'm sure it'll stretch a long way, and I
Four
don't
hundred
know if
for
he
400K.
now you stretch that, and how much is that in Dominican Republic?
Shit, man. Probably 4 times as much.
So I commend him on feeding his family and doing that part, but he
More.
didn't fight like he really wanted to steal it. He could have stole it because to me the judges had it too close. I'm gonna be honest, like I only thought he won 1 or 2 rounds, but my thing is like you should have went to go get it. Like I would have told my fighter, man, listen, I don't care how ugly it looked, throw more punches because if you just throw more punches, imagine what the judges would have done. Because they had an 8-4, 175. I couldn't believe it. Now, if you would have threw more, you could have maybe stole and got you a bad decision. It would have probably been, but like I say, I can't defend it. Shakur has got to eat this one, but I was impressed with how he disarmed him and his defense, but he got to eat it. If the fans complain, it ain't nothing you can really say against it. That's just what it is, pretty much.
Can't complain. Yeah, you can't complain. And I feel like he gets more of the grief of because of how he talks leading up to the fight, how he talk like it was crazy. It's like, Shakur's a little bro. You know what I'm saying? When I interviewed him, he had so much respect for De Los Santos. Super respect for De Los Santos. Um, Even interviewing Richardson Hitchens, you know, Hitchens can't take that back. He said he felt like it was a 50-50 fight.
Right.
Now, in the same time, it's like, do you believe, right, that they should get it back? They should run it back and let the fans see what the fight should have looked like.
Hell no.
Mm.
Nope. Leave it alone.
Because I got a poll right here, and everybody wants to see, Styles make fights, obviously, but in the same time, it's like people want to criticize. I got people in my comments. I don't even want to see Shakur and Tank now.
Yeah. People go overboard, man. Boxing is like a fair weather sport. People, they up and down, but I do want to see Shakur. To me, Shakur, you got to put him in the right matches because he's so crafty. Even when he's not injured, if you don't put him in the right match, yeah, it's not going to be exciting to the general public. Because I'm gonna say this, right? Tank fights start off the same kind of way. The only thing is he end them by KO, so you forget about like when he fought even Ryan. That wasn't too exciting. Like before, like they wasn't really doing much until think about it. But the way it ended made you forget about it. And same thing when he fought what's his name the other Dominican guy that he fought before Ryan.
Hector Garcia.
Yeah, he didn't pick it up. It was kind of like, but different styles, different fights. With Shakur, I like to see him, with somebody like the winner of the Cambosis and Lomachenko fight, or
You think Loma
even
will do it?
even the Frank Martin.
You think Loma will do it?
Um,
Or you think he might retire after he get the belt?
No, I don't think he's gonna retire yet, but I think maybe he might, but if I was if I was Lumachenko, I would fight Tank.
Mm,
Like that's who I would fight Tank. But I like him and Cambosos. That's gonna be a good fight if they fight.
right,
Yeah,
right.
and it's a risky fight because styles make fights, so you can't overlook Cambosos. Like he got to people thought Tiafimo somebody throw a monkey wrench in your game real quick. Like so,
Mm-hmm.
you got to take it a step at a time.
100%. 100%. Shout out to everybody on the chat. Make sure you guys smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Hit the appreciation button. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. All 140 of y'all. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Only 333 likes. We got to get it up. Make it make sense, ladies and gentlemen. But in the same time, John Williams, thank you for the $10. This is all excuses. Look how he fought. Nakatilia. He fought the same way. This is a pattern versus punchers. He that are a little mobile, he is literally runs. PBF at Core's age beats punchers impressively. So I remember chopping it up with you and I said I feel like it was gonna be like the Nakatilia fight because of the power. Um,
Hmm.
Me being a boxer myself, knowing that if you don't have some heat in your hands, you won't be able to keep the other person honest. And I'm not saying that this is what that was, but I mean with the Nakatilia fight, you could definitely see now. You and I, when we spoke, you're like Nakatilia got longer arms, he's a little taller, so the styles are gonna be a little bit different. But I think that Edwin makes up from the size for the speed that he has. You know what I'm saying? And the eye
Yeah.
gap.
Hmm.
So, um, you know, in your opinion, when it comes to punchers and Shakur, you've been around. How does he deal with the heat? Does he deal with the heat better? Like what you see on sparring and when he's 100%? What do you see? You know.
Oh yeah, definitely. I seen him spar with some rough guys, and I mean I seen him work with Crawford, so I don't think he get too much. He has to spar with Crawford. I mean I don't think he get too much more. I don't think he get too much harder than sparring with Terrence Crawford. But
And I hear you on that, right? But it's like, is that a full out sparring session?
oh yeah, yeah. I mean you heard him say that Terrence kicked his ass worse than he ever. It was fair enough. Of course Terrence is bigger, but he did enough to he wasn't trying to hurt him, but he did enough to give him some work. Um, he just, of course, took some power off his shots, but he still, was giving him, it was good enough work.
And to tackle what Jackie Hernandez said, Edwin won more fans, so that's a good look for him. Considering people were saying he couldn't even last the whole fight, so I think that Edwin did gain fans, but I think he gained fans gearing up to the fight. You know, when you're doing the
Yeah,
promotions and you're fighting Shakur Stevenson and your publicity gets up. Even Frank Martin, to be honest with you, even though that he's damn. All right, we good, we good. I thought I was gonna freeze up. Somebody was calling me. Even like Frank Martin, that like when they had the negotiations of that that was gonna happen, people were like, "Oh, who's this Frank Martin guy?" And then the fight didn't happen, and he still stole that popularity.
yeah.
I don't think that Edwin gained popularity from his performance. I thought it was just the promotion. What do you think?
The promotion, like I honestly, that's crazy that you name. I think that's a good fight, Edwin versus
Frank Martin.
Frank Martin. Yup, I would like
I
to
can
see that.
yo, cause I had deja vu, bro. I was like, yo, are they gonna put Frank Martin and Edwin De Los Santos together and possibly put Tank to fight the winner of that?
I think they should. I think that'd make for a good opponent. A good fight for Tank. Yeah, I think that'd be a good fight for Tank.
Yeah. I think the Edwin De Los Santos is a completely game fighter. I think if he fights guys like Pitbull Cruz, any of the top guys, I think that he performs well. Now, where do you think? Who do you think, as far as Nakatilia? I mean, not Nakatilia. Um, my man Navarrete in the co-main event. I feel like also we got such a treat when it comes to action in that fight that going into this Shakur fight, it even just made it was like, yo, how is the co-main event just so much better than the main event? And I feel like that took a toll too to Shakur's performance. What do you think?
Um, Probably for most fans, I could imagine being there. Because them kind of fights, it's crazy because like those kind of fights are even better live, in my opinion. Like the co-main event, because to
Hmm.
me, I wasn't impressed with neither one of them. Honestly, as a boxing guy, they both look sloppy to me. And that like, don't put Shakur in with Navarrete. He ain't earned it. That's just gonna be a massacre. Like it ain't even a good. Yeah, he'll rush in a lot more and take risks, but I don't even want to see that. But yeah, it was a good fight. So if the general fan was watching, yeah, they would have kind of. It's like you took them on a roller coaster, and then you
We went
know,
on the and then we went on the lazy river.
yeah, exactly, because Shakur started out where you was giving him some rounds, like, man, all right, this cat looks sharp.
Mm.
He looked, his body looks, his movement looked sharp, his defense, he looked like a star in there. It was just like you was waiting for him to let loose and the fight was over. That's how it would look from a fan. Now me, I knew like, oh, something wrong with him. I knew that after about six, because I figured he wouldn't get started at 5 or 6. So I'm like, okay, something got to be wrong with him, because certain shots he made a miss, dude flew into the rope. He would have capitalized. So yeah, I just think he got to move on, but I wouldn't go. Nah, I'm gonna tell you one thing that I did see that was crazy to me. A lot of fights, a lot of fighters came out that shouldn't be talking. Now, of course, Davin and his ride, a couple of his rivals, that's cool, but at the end of the day, this era became an era where people like to see a flaw and then everybody start challenging you. And now, in exception to like Devin Haney, I didn't see everybody that did. We know Devin to fight him one day and stuff, but some of these people need to chill, because the same thing happened with Benavidez this weekend. If he fight Andre, watch what happen. If he not even if he win and he don't look too good, Canelo will fight him next. This how crazy stuff they got. Like and this ain't to belittle Canelo, because he take his challenges, and I'm a fan of his fighting game and all of that, but that's just where it became to where when you get a guy that gets so much hype, like Shakur and Benavidez get a lot of hype. So a lot of thing, a lot of time you get people that they gonna wait to see if Benavidez how he look. Now, if he don't look a certain way, you gonna hear everybody coming out afterwards. I'd rather people say it now.
Mm. Mm. I see you. I see you on that. Um, Everybody smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. We got over 150 people, 50 likes. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. Let's improve the visibility of the show so that we can get up to 200 people on the live right away. Um, uh, in the same time, man, right? You know, people looking at this fight and calling it what it is. I could understand a lot of the people that don't understand the game of boxing, um, as far as some of the things that I liked when it came down to chess match, um, because it is a chess match that is not it's not a high, it's not a fast paced chess match, but it's a chess match to an extent, right? And for guys like you and I, that we just want to see where the timing is with the guys, where you can get the head off the line. Like there was sometimes I would see, Shakur, something, one of the basic things in boxing, get your head off the line and shoot a jab. You know what I'm saying? In time,
Yeah,
so those things right there, are things that people don't understand. And then,
Yeah. Yup.
normally Shakur capitalizes with his left hand
a
and
hundred
just
percent.
instead just pulled back.
Yup.
So
So what that tell you right there?
I wanted to
Like
get it. I wanted to take that shot, but I can't.
100% because you could try to, but then it's like, oh shit, like let me at least because in the end he landed some good ones. But like I say, the fans going. This is one you gotta let the fans have it. You gotta let the fans. You gotta take the criticism and just wait for the next one. Ain't no point in going back and forth. You can't win. It's millions of fans out there. You just got one. They don't want to hear it. Like you could show that your hand is hanging off, and at the end of the day, they saw what they saw. You can't undo it. You just gotta, you know, go ahead and chalk it up. You got to win. But next, I would like to see him in a good fight. Maybe like I say, the winner of the Cambosis versus winner of Cambosis versus Lumachenko, or
Jermaine Ortiz was right under that as well.
I don't think he could really make 35. I think he like 40 now, right?
He said that
Yeah.
but the thing that he
Matter of
did
fact,
say,
I
he
like
said
to
he
see
would go
Jermaine.
down to 35 to fight
If
Tank and
people
Shakur.
say it, my thing is this:
Can you
you
do it?
will because of the bread. Yeah, I'd rather see him at his best. Like,
Exactly.
just you can go down, but are you gonna be effective and put on a good fight? Like, you know, you know, we'd rather see Jermaine with a guy like Richardson Hitchens.
Run
You
that
know
back.
what?
Run it
And
back.
Richardson Hitchens versus him and
Africa.
Richardson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I would
that's a
like to
good
see that
fight. Yeah.
fight. Jermaine
Jermaine said
Ortiz
that he
versus
want to
Richardson
run.
Hitchens.
He said he
Top.
want to run all those fights back from the amateurs. He
Listen.
wants to run
Oh,
it
they
back.
fought before. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. Jermaine won, but a lot of people said that Jermaine Africa got robbed in that fight. But Africa says he gets robbed in a lot of fights, though.
Yeah. So my
I
thing
used to
is,
be like that too.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes it is like that in the amateurs, but well, and I got to give somebody credit too. Kenny Sims at 140, he another
Small.
dark
He's
horse
nice.
that improved to me, one of the best improved fighters that I seen
Out
for
of
myself.
Chicago.
That I
Yeah.
seen for myself. Like, okay, man, this cat putting the work. Seeing him train out here in Vegas all the time with Shakur and with Terrence, and he put his work in. So when we talked about
Manny
40,
Pacquiao camps, a whole bunch of shit.
when we
He's
talked about
yeah.
40 and we named Hitches and we named Russell, I'll put him in there too. I like to see him would mix it in with some of them cats.
I feel like we not. I feel like us as media, we don't really give Kenneth Sims the just due that he deserves. Cause like he's ranked and everything, right? But his name's not in discussion, and he has a good style too. Especially his last fight, he was down to bang, catch, and shoot, and
Me and
with a
my
big
brother
puncher.
both got a bag off that fight because he was barely, it was like an even bet.
I know. I put money on that fight too. There was money to be made on that one.
Yeah.
Um, but then the Francis main event killed my whole parlay
Well, see,
after.
that's the thing. I even forgot. So sometimes it's just you just forget name. Like, that's why sometimes you got to look at the whole top 10 and so you don't forget. Because it's hard to memorize every fighter. You forget some of the best matchups if you really, sometime, I thought about it last night, seeing Kenny. I'm like, hey, let me remember to give him his props because he the definition of a guy that turned his career around and is getting in big fights, making a good living for himself,
Had a
and
rough
took
time getting up there.
and he took his chance and took advantage of it. And it's something that don't even just pertain to boxing. It's with life period. Like it's ups and downs. I done had them. I done made mistakes financially a million times over. Still growing and still learning. So you could work a job you know, and be making mistakes. You might be spending too much money on tennis shoes or much money going out to eat. To me, it's about discipline. And Kenny showed that being disciplined and sticking to his craft, you could change your life around.
Yeah, and shout out to him too for not taking that step aside money with Rolly with the WBO. He's up next. He really wants that title. His last fight, you can just tell when a fighter gets that title eliminator and just stays crying, and it goes to show you of how much work they put in because they didn't get the title. They're just happy that they're gonna get a shot to the
Oh
title.
man, listen, one thing I could say, boxing is the best business wise in history times a million. It's never been this many successful fighters financially. I mean, now, I mean, you get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Guys all over the world that's probably doing good on boxing and don't even leave their little islands or countries that we never heard of. So, but I like to see a lot of people making a good living off of the sport because you could train better, live better. Now, if you take it and you do it in the wrong way, and you party too much, and you do all the bad thing, that's just gonna be on you. But if you use it to your advantage, to where you can train better, take care of your body better, eat better, and it seemed like that's what somebody like Kenny is doing, and that's what the Triple G's and the Arthur Beterbiev and the Devin Haney, the Shakurs, the Jerron Ennis, the you know people like that. It's probably more, but that's what keep your game and you keep the boxing game at a higher level.
And relevant too as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So I mean, let's get into this poll right here. I think what we got 120 votes. Been up for 30 minutes. Let's get these votes up, guys. Let's get the likes up. Let's uh let's get more people on the chat. So I said who you want Shakur Stevenson to fight next? I got Shakur versus Tank, Shakur versus Haney, and the rematch of Edwin. Now, I put those mat. I think I should have added like, you know, Loma. I think that's a big name too. But 56% want to see the rematch. Why do you believe that?
Because I think people probably want to see what if what Shakur is saying, if it's going to be a difference. Like I think because it's a debate whether he didn't want to risk first the power, and then some people thinking, all right, was it really the power? Is it really the injury? Let's see it again and see
Can't be both.
which is which. Yeah, like I think that's probably why people want to see it again, maybe.
Mm, mm.
But I'm sure it was an injury. Like ain't no fighter scared, fighter like man, he ain't gonna make a dude miss and not really make him pay like that. That's just don't make sense. Like at the beginning, but at the same time, like I said, you gotta just take the. You gotta let the fans. You're gonna get ate up on this one. You just gotta come back next one when you get your hand right and go ahead and make it up.
Right, right. Um, Here's a cool question, Mick. When I do interview Edwin this week with his coach, uh, if you could give me possibly two questions, two questions that you want to hear me ask Edwin to bring it out. Like I think that's a good question. Talk to me. What questions do you think that I should ask?
Oh, okay. To ask Edwin, I would say, why didn't you step on the gas more, or couldn't you? Like, be honest. I would tell Edwin, be honest, Edwin. Was it that it was hard for you to get to him and you couldn't? Because as people say, Shakur wasn't active in this and that. Neither was he. And to me, he should have been the one as the puncher to think like, oh, let me get him a little more aggressive on him. Like, so my thing was like, I would tell Edwin to be honest and say how hard was he to hit and how hard. Like, don't troll and say, oh, he was running and take the time out to market yourself and say he was running and this and that. Like, be honest. Like, do you think that he was just superior in that department where you couldn't? get to him and you couldn't because it was a couple times he missed and flew through the ropes. So I would want to know, like, be honest, like skill wise, did he disarm you and was it hard for you to get things off because it was hard for you to hit him? And
Hmm.
don't and be honest with us because all of the he gonna take the moment to vibe and feed off the fan and say, oh, he ran and he was scary. But no, we could say you was scary because you didn't throw any more punches. You didn't throw either, and you could have made history by. And I would ask, did you have a feeling that he might have been injured? Did y'all know something like, or did you just think that it was your power, or did y'all sit and think and say, you know what, something might be wrong with it? Because it's a couple things I would have done. I ain't gonna share here because it's stuff I tell my fighter to do if I was in the position fighting a guy like Shakur that was
Hell
injured. It's
yeah,
cool,
I would have punched that left hand. Why not?
1,000%. But I think that went over their head. Like, but so, sometimes when you too delusional and too thinking yourself is too. See, as a fighter, you got to know any fighter could lose or get knocked off. So when you get too delusional thinking, oh, it's my power, that eliminated the thought of thinking that he might have been hurt. See, they was probably more thinking he's scared of your power versus thinking logical. See, as a trainer, you got to think of all, and this ain't knocking his trainer, but I'm saying me, I would have thought of every area. Like, okay, maybe let me look on the flip side. It might not be my guy's power. Is this dude hurt? Let me think. This Shakur Stevenson, one of the best fighters in the world. It's something wrong with this cat. Go hit his arms and his hands and his shoulder. But
Yeah, real rap. Like going into like the Canelo Alvarez and Jamel Charlo is like, honestly, knowing how Charlo was feeling those punches at Canelo, honestly, I would have wanted him to at least fight like Shakur, you know what I mean, and use your distance and move around with the guy that is a little bit more flat footed and steal the win, a different type
yeah,
of way.
yeah,
And I feel like, I think really it's just a pawn of how Shakur goes about the media and goes about talking to his opponents that make people kind of get angry. Floyd used to do stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like Floyd used to say certain things and you hated him and you wanted you bought the pay-per-view to watch him lose and then he just didn't lose. You know what I'm saying? So I hear you on that. And yeah, there's little things I think. So you're saying, right? Why weren't you more active in the fight to be able to cut the ring off? Why didn't you do things to expose the injury? And did you know if the injury was occurred, or did you feel like it was your power? Now, and I'm with you on that. I don't think it was the power that made Shakur act like that, but in the same time, I do think the power is the reason why you got that style too. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because, like we said, if you want to catch something with your bad hand, it's not gonna feel too good. You know what I'm saying?
And my thing is this. I would say, doesn't it take two people to make a fight? Because at the end of the day, Maidana made Floyd fight. While
Yeah,
everybody else said, "Oh, Floyd run and this and that." No, if you a professional fighter and you didn't learn how to cut the ring off, don't make an excuse. Just say, "I don't know how to cut the ring off. I got to get better at that." Because, like, when you a slick fighter and you a good fighter, it take two to make it happen. Like you didn't. It looked like you just took the check and just it kind of looked like he just checked out after a certain round. And I think it was maybe
yeah.
because he was so difficult to hit. Like, all right,
He gave up
man,
mentally. Mentally, he gave up.
he gave up mentally almost. So, but like I say, it was just one of them fights. Like I ain't gonna just say, oh, they ain't this and they ain't that. They
Even
both
round 12, Mick. Like I'm over here thinking, like, yo, Cello. I think Cello went round 11. Yo, you got? Do you want? He was saying in Spanish. Do you want to be champion? Do you want to be champion? You got to go out there and show him. And then we're looking at Edwin's attitude, and we're like, oh shit, the way he's answering, it looked like he got to, come with it. Never came with it, and
nah
it goes to show you that there got to be something on that jab that Shakur got to keep him the way he did. That's why I can't.
for
That's why you
sure.
never hear me saying Devin Haney's pillow fisted. That's why you'll never hear me say that.
Nah,
Mm-mm.
Nobody, no pro fighter is pillow
I don't
fisted.
think he a knockout artist. I don't think he got the
Nah,
capability to be one, but he is definitely not pillow fisted.
nah. I mean, you're not gonna get this far being pillow fisted. Like that's unrealistic. Yeah, you might not be. I mean, some of the greatest fighters ever wasn't no biggest punchers.
Hmm.
They had fair power or different things to make up for it. But nah, pillow fisted. Nah, Devin definitely got a little snap to his punches.
Right, right. So, in your behalf, right? Do you think that people will still want to buy a Shakur Stevenson and Javante Davis pay per view? And does the do the numbers do the numbers of the pay per view flop now that we've seen this type of a style?
If it was next, probably, but I just think Shakur should get him one because Tank gonna fight the first quarter of the year. He get him another one in. I think it'd be good for the end of next year. Do I think it's gonna happen? No, not next year. Because he still showed enough of what he done to be difficult to hit and to get to. And I don't think guys still gonna want to. The only dudes I think that really would fight if it wasn't for the weight is Devin and Shakur. But remember, I told you that one is not ready, and now it's really not. Like, but just from the fans'
That
perspective.
was
But
my next
remember, I
question. Talk deep into that because
remember
we went into that yesterday.
remember I kept saying they need about 3-4 years. I kept saying that, but now it's even more evident. Like not evidence as far as the buy and the drawing power because they still kind of trying to find themselves a little more and more on the offensive side. They both we know they both got they crafty, got good defense. Devin could move, Shakur got the distance, but it's gonna take another few more fights to really get that offense all the way with the defense. They both got good offense, but they still are, fairly young to where they still growing. It ain't over with. They still got levels. They not even close to their primes yet. Like so, they still got levels and still got growth and learning. Him and Devin need to about a good 3-4 years, I think, and it'd be a great fight. It'd be great now, but I'd say about 3-4 years.
I like that. I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 220 people on the live, 83 likes. Let's get it at least to the halfway point to 100 likes. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all on the chat, showing love, putting on, voting on the poll. Um, it's just me and Mickey Bay. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to Mickey's channel, Fight God TV. Fight God TV, and I think that's all one word.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, it's new, y'all. So we gonna be
tap
cooking
in. So
on
when you
there.
tap in, you know what I'm saying, my man gets the 1,000 subscribers, and then he goes live, and then we really help bring good
Is
stuff.
that my boy up in here, Tim
Is,
Bradley?
is that my man Tim
Yeah,
Bradley?
you said it, so now we can, now
Tim.
we can see and I'm glad he put all the explanation points. Hands down, he was injured. Like, I mean, it ain't nothing you can do about that. Like that's a human. It's a human thing. Like, what like, what more can you do? Like at the
Hmm.
end of the day, he got the victory. That was a win for Shakur that night. He got the victory. So that was one of them nights to where you just gotta tell Shakur, all right, pack the win in and get the win. What's
Yeah,
up, champ?
shout out to the Hall of
Yeah,
Famer,
yeah, Tim keep it
Tim
real,
Bradley.
man. And people don't know Tim been a beast like that, man, since the amateurs. We came up together since the amateurs, and it ain't been one fight. This cat ain't put that dog on people. So he the complete opposite. Like he probably would with a broke hand,
Hmm.
would have threw a million punches. But um, like I said, that ain't Shakur style anyway, as it is. But we can't be outrageous with expectations sometimes. Like
Right.
sometimes people just like I knew. Listen, my phone was ringing yesterday. So I knew. I'm like, oh, here we go. Like I'm getting texts and because this is how boxing is, right? all right, you got Devin, you got Tank, you got Shakur, whoever is more of a Devin fan or a Tank fan, this gonna be their time to go after Shakur and to slam him and kick him kind of while he down, so to speak.
Facts.
Um, this one they're gonna take the moment to do that because, but that's kind of the good thing about boxing and the bad thing. But I mean, it's a manly sport, so you know you might as well just take it, eat it, come back the next time, and just go ahead do your thing and show people that this was a situation.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, Also, Tim, if you got some time to chop it up with us on the panel, man, let me know in the comments, man. Would love to chop it up. I talked to you one time
Hey,
with
hold on,
Zab.
somebody just hated on Tim. Man, Tim is a great commentator, and I'm gonna tell you why, because he keep it real.
Fire.
He
I
keep it
liked him.
real. See, Tim going and what Tim does is what I love is dang, what you call that word? What he does is what do you call it when you give somebody constructive criticism? And the thing with when you do that, you make the fighters go. See, what people don't know a lot of time what Tim is doing is he making the fighters aim higher because he know, oh, you could have brought out more. I ain't gonna give you your full props tonight. I want you to go back in the bag and to up your game. That's what makes the sport better because guess what? When you got to compete with the commentator that really know boxing, that was a champion himself and a great fighter, it ain't no excuse. So
Hall of
what
Famer, man.
so with Tim, I think that I love, I crack up. I'm like, man, he need, when it be fighters that, they overrated, they ain't fight the right way, or you got to have somebody that's going to really get in their ass because they getting their asses kissed every day as it is.
Hmm.
So you need somebody like Tim to say, man, look, Tim is like the knowledgeable Larry Merchant, but not bad like Larry. But we need Tim as the 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 high IQ, like somebody that's gonna bring the rawness out, like and I think that that's what the sport needs, like
Absolutely.
that's what it needs.
And the thing, like, with him and going off of that constructive criticism that you were speaking upon, listening to the commentary yesterday, he was or 2 days ago, he was saying that, talking about Navarrete, he's like, I spoke a lot of I had a lot of criticism to speak upon Navarrete, and he says, "Hey, and he ignores it. He keeps doing his thing, and he appreciates the fact that Navarrete just he doesn't have anything bad to say after those comments that
Yep.
Tim said, and Tim acknowledged the fact that this guy just keeps coming, doesn't complain." And keeps it pushing and keeps delivering. Honestly, in that fight, did you think that he should have took that fight? I think he should have took that fight. Honestly,
I'm gonna be honest, he won to me. He
yes.
won that fight. He kicked dude ass in my opinion. I don't know what they was looking at. He
I
kicked
thought,
dude ass.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but like he started a little slow. I think I caught it from the second or third, but I thought he won the fight from what I saw. He dropped him twice. I don't even think it was a split decision in my opinion. Like, but yeah, it was a good fight for the fans. I would
Yeah,
like to see him fight somebody like a pit bull. I would like to see him in a fight with somebody like a pit bull, or him and Shakur. I know how that'd go. At least he would attempt to you know, press him and bring the action. So it might be good for the fans. It might be a good fight for the fans, but I mean, he'll get shredded to pieces. But he
yeah,
definitely a dog for sure. He could fight though. Like as far as he might not be the best technically, but fighting wise, like he like I say, like similar to a Margarito. He kind of like one of them kind of guys to where if you ain't sharp on that night, he'll whoop on you.
absolutely, absolutely. Um, Also on that card, the prospects: Emilio Vargas, Abdullah Mason. These guys. I mean, I know that they're getting the smaller step ups. They're really young. What do you think about those guys? Do you guys you think that those two guys will meet down the line? I would say 3 years from now.
Nope,
Emilio will get too
nope.
big, right? He's a big kid.
Nah, I think Abdullah would probably get bigger than him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I think that
isn't
fight in the
Emilio like
future.
5'10"?
Not quite, not quite. Abdullah closer to 5'10" than him. He about
Mm.
damn near 5'10". Abdullah, and Abdullah's a little thicker. I see Vargas in the gym a lot, and he don't look like he weighed like he not as gonna get as thick as of now as thick as Abdullah is a little more muscular. His like he kind of looked like he might go up higher faster than Vargas, but yeah, in the future, yeah, that'd be a good fight. But yeah, shout out to both of them cats. You know, I like them both. You know, the Mason, Abdullah Mason, you know, and the Mason brothers, you know, we all come up from the same area back home in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yep.
You know, we all, you know, out here in Vegas now in the capital of boxing. And I got a
Beautiful
chance to
amateur program
matter
over
of
there.
fact, I got a chance to see Vargas spar with what's his name? Brandon Figueroa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had a good session. Yup. I seen them spar maybe about a month ago.
Hmm.
Yeah, they had a good sparring session. Yup. He got a bright future.
Yo, I'm gonna actually let Tim go on right now. Yo, Mick, thank you for tapping in, bro. I appreciate you, your analyst, man. A lot of people love, chopping it up with you.
Oh
Um,
yeah. I might have to join Tim on ESPN so we can cook together.
Facts.
So we can get y'all that you know that 100% raw, man. Y'all gotta realize that it, hey, y'all like the Shannon Sharps, the what's dude name? Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless, yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah, like man, listen, y'all gotta appreciate the 100% honesty that we giving y'all, and you know y'all gotta appreciate it. But
Absolutely,
we
absolutely.
just giving y'all our 100% honesty and delivering it the way that we deliver it, like you
Hmm.
know. But yeah, for sure, man. I had fun with you and the fans, and I'm sure we'll talk before the Benavidez fight next weekend.
Absolutely, we'll probably even chop it up for that Diego Pacheco fight on the zone as well. But
Oh, okay.
nevertheless, man, I appreciate you, Mick, and on
All
to the
right,
next
bet.
one, my brother.
For sure. All right, talk to you in a minute.
Cool. We got the one and only, one of the best analysts in the game, Hall of Famer. He got jokes, he got knowledge. I got my man Tim Bradley coming up on the panel as well. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Tim, I tapped you in. Don't he's in the building. What's going
Yo,
on, Tim? How you doing?
what's good, man? Where my man at? Mickey Bay. He here?
He's in the comments. I haven't set up the stream yard yet.
Why not, man? Set that up, man.
I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna set it up for sure. I think
Yeah,
by
well,
by,
I'm
by
I'm
the end
here
of
in
the
the
day.
flesh. If anybody don't know, I'm here in the flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get dressed. But anyway, anyhow, man. Look, I just want to let the fans know. Um, you know, you got the right to your opinion. I don't be tripping over anybody's opinion. You know what I mean? I got a lot of people that love me. I got a lot of people that hate me. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like my commentary, that's cool. That's good. It's all good with me. See, I've learned over the years that criticism comes with the territory, bro. It
Yep,
is what it is, and
I realized it too.
as you guys are talking about, like Skip Bayless, there's a lot of people that don't like Skip Bayless. There's a lot of people that don't like Shannon Sharp, but there's a lot of people that love him too. So, I understand that. I don't get it. I don't get in my feelings or anything like that. When people have their opinions, I let you have your opinion. That's good. That's cool. But when it comes to this boxing stuff, bro, I've done this. Have you? That's all I want to know.
Facts.
I've done this at the top level. Have you? So I got credentials. I got credentials. You don't. So like you can have your opinion. You can been watching this your whole entire life, and I get that, and I respect your opinion because you've been watching it. if
But
you're a
you don't know
student of
what
the
you
game.
watching. Tell them you
I
don't know what you
understand.
watching.
So like when I said like masterclass, like I understand that wasn't Shakur the other night. I know that wasn't Shakur. I'm like, man, the left hand is there all night. He can land the left hand, but something is up. I had inside information, you know what I'm saying, before the fight. Mark Kriegel alluded to it. He said his left hand. I didn't know about the left shoulder. Left hand is hurt. Left shoulder, I didn't know. That's the reason why he only threw like 27 or some odd left
Hmm.
hands. And it was there all night. Because anytime he had put him on that rope, I call it put on the rope, pulling him on that rope, bringing him in, luring him in, the left hand was there because he was out in space. You know what I mean? And then you saw Dos Santos, you saw him stop. He stopped because he was scared of getting countered. He was scared. Shakur wasn't even letting his hands go like he usually does. And everybody's saying like, "Whoa, his offense, he need to work on his offense." I get that, yeah, but at the same time, you don't remember his offense in the last 3 fights that we've seen this guy. You don't remember his offense when he fought against Oscar Valdez. Like, think about that, man. He wasn't using his offense, and then I know people gonna say, "Don't say, well, it's the power, it's the power." Yeah, you know what? It probably was the power. But when you don't have both hands healthy, you can't put yourself out there to be get hit with that type of power. Man, hey, when I saw Del Santos when he was throwing them punches, bro, them punches were all death blows. And it was all the way to the 12th round. He was waiting on Shakur to make one mistake so he can land that kill shot. You know, at the end of hey, I tip my hat off, man. If you can box a guy like De Los Santos, bro, and you could take him the distance, and you can literally fight him with one hand, bro, you a bad mama jamma, man. And as far as the defense goes, this is the reason why I have this guy above them all. I know Tank got skills. He can do a whole hell of a lot inside the ring. Like, I get that. Tank is a lot shorter than Shakur, shorter reach. Shakur is going to be able to, let's say, neutralize that bomb that Tank be looking for. Like, remember that. He'll start slow. He'll use his legs. He'll move. He'll lose a couple of rounds. You can't lose rounds with Shakur, bro. If you let Shakur just take over the first 6 rounds, I'm letting you know the first 6 rounds. If Shakur wins the first 6 rounds, bro, he's gonna win the back end of the fight, and he's gonna win the fight. Now, some people say, "Well, it's boring. He ran." Shakur doesn't run. He steps back. He steps back out of range. Don't let the bombs land on him. And then what he does is he'll push forward. It's that push, pull, push, pull. He's the best in the game at it. Floyd Mayweather has similar attributes as far as his footwork goes, like Shakur Stevenson. And defense again wins championships at the end of the day. Offense wins fights. If I'm telling y'all right now, I told y'all with Crawford. I told y'all with Crawford. And I know everybody always look at the last performance of the fighter. Y'all got to stop doing that, man. Because we don't go into fights 100%. Stop looking at this last performance and saying, "Oh man, I knew this. I knew this about Shakur. I knew that. I knew Tank this, that. I knew Haney this, and that." Like, bro, I'm letting y'all know right now, man. This wasn't the 100% healthy Shakur Stevenson that went into this fight. This dude was half himself, and he still got the job done. Now, it wasn't entertaining. I'm with y'all. It wasn't. It wasn't entertaining. It wasn't exciting. Like the first fight we had on there with Sal and Navarrete. It wasn't that type of battle. But man, what I did like about the battle, man, was just the mental fortitude of these guys, man. The technique, like, I like stuff like that. Yes, I was a dog fighter, bro. I like to come forward, I like to brawl, but I appreciate the sweet science too. And I understand a lot of the laymen don't understand nothing about the sweet science. They don't understand how hard it is to be in the ring, to get in a 22 square foot ring and not get hit.
Mm.
There's brilliance to that, bro. There's
Mhm.
brilliance to that.
Tim, on one of the super chats here, John Williams, thank you for the $2. He says, Cap Tim, he fought the same against Nakatilia. What would you have to say about that, Tim?
Yeah, against Nakatila. And guess what? Guess what? What I said about him. I said he was boring. I went at him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't I go at him?
Yep, you did.
But
I
he was.
remember.
But check this out. But against Nakatila, he was 100% healthy.
Yep.
Okay, but against this guy, he wasn't. He wasn't 100% healthy.
Yep. He couldn't throw
All right,
combinations.
but yeah, he didn't throw no combinations. He could have. He could have thrown combinations, but he wasn't 100% healthy. That left hand was there all night long. Man, I'm like, man, where the counter at? Where's the counter? Why is he not letting that left hand go?
Hmm.
Why he ain't letting it go? But then I found out it's the shoulder too, and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes major sense now. That makes major sense.
So we
You don't
talking
think Oscar
shoulder
Valdez
and hand?
shoulder and hand? So now you don't think Oscar Valdez got some slammers?
Mm,
You don't think Oscar Valdez got slammers?
right.
Oscar Valdez, how many knockouts he got? He got slammers. Yeah. And he was there. He was there in the pocket with him. He was step back. He was countering him. He wasn't afraid of that power.
But then people will say that he's not a real 135 pounder, Oscar Valdez.
Oh, Oscar?
Yeah, so you would say that all those knockouts are from a smaller division.
Yeah. Yeah. You right. That's fine. They can say all of that. But he still got thumpers.
Definitely.
Shoot. Tank go up to 140, you still got thumpers.
Mm-hmm.
The power will carry up with you. If you got punching power, period, bro, and you put weight on, you just add more weight to your punch. You add more weight to the punch, but see again, the laymen don't know that.
Right.
You move up in weight, you move up in weight. I expect you to have them thumpers, man. I expect if you knocking guys out in the lower weight class. Now you got some exceptions, like guys that be having like let's say they're the weight bully. They bigger than everybody, stronger than everybody in the lower weight class. And then when they actually go up into their weight, then they don't really carry that thump. It takes them a little bit longer to like break their opponents down. You know what I'm saying? And then when that happens, when they went towards the back end of the fight or the later half of the fight, they're able to catch him and finally knock him out. But it takes them a little time to get it done.
Right. Um, in the same time, Shakur, you remember when you were young, Tim, when you was a young fighter, not always being in the gym, not resting. I like the fact that Shakur didn't use the excuses. I know Mark Kriebel right away spoke upon it, the injury,
Yeah,
but he spoke upon rest. You know, always being a gym rat and not resting. I mean, what do you
yeah.
think about the response of Shakur Stevenson at the end of the
The response, he owned up to it. He
night?
owned up to it. He said it wasn't his best performance. I mean, and that's what you want. That's what you want from a fighter, man. You don't want the fighter to just come out and make excuses. You know what I mean? Like you want him to just own up to it, and he owned up to it. He's like, "Hey, what's my best performance? You know, I give him that. It was a good fighter. I wasn't 100%, but you know what I mean. It's all good. I got the dub. You know, I appreciate that. As far as fighters being in the gym all the hell of a lot, like too long. Just put it this way, that's the problem. The problem with the game is that these fighters, man, all they do is look at the money. They don't look at the overall business, bro. They don't look at the whole concept. Like, bro, you gotta get active. You gotta be in the public eye. Like, if you fight more, and you're like one of the questions we asked Shakur, we said, he was like, we were talking about Navarrete. Navarrete, he fights often. He's probably one of the most busiest champions in the world today in boxing. Busy. You know, he'll fight 3, 4, sometimes 5 times a year. You know, he takes less money. He works with the promoter. He takes a little less money. He'll fight some guy, maybe a guy we might not know, maybe a guy that's on the way up, maybe a guy it is we know. You know what I mean? But he just stays busy and stays relevant in the public eye in boxing. You know what I mean? So he stays sharp. He stays in the gym. He stays training, and when you make that training come to use, when you put it out there and you're able to fight, that's when you don't get all these injuries, man. But when you just in the gym and you're training 6 months out of the year, you're constantly going hard and constantly going hard, and you have nowhere to really put that energy and all that effort that you put into the gym into something, injuries happen. Injuries will happen because it's called overtraining, people. That's what happens. Shakur, what he needs to do is he needs to fight more often. Fight more often. Take a little bit less. Pay these guys to get in the ring, But this is the problem. The fighters won't do it. Fighters won't do it. I don't understand why. Take a little bit of less money, so that way all your training and stuff, you're able to display it out there. You're able to stay in the public eye, so the public is starting to get to know you even more and more. Your popularity is starting to build and go with the game as well. You know what I mean? But every fighter nowadays are just trying to look for the home run every time they fight. The home run. I don't go backwards. I don't go backwards. I made 3 million fight, 3 million this last fight. I need to make 4 million. You know what I mean? And it's like that's not how the business work, man. Build your brand. This guy only has like 20 something fights. You're not gonna be a celebrity in 20 something fights. You're not. You're not gonna be a household name in 20 something fights. You're just not, man. Tank Davis right now, he got what, 30, almost 30 fights? If
Mhm.
not, household name. Built. They built them up right. Now it's this back end of Tank's career. He's gonna have to start fighting these killers now. Like they built them. You know what I mean? Like Tank get a lot of freaking flack on his resume. You know what I mean? Because they saying, well, he ain't really fought nobody, this and all this. But they built them right. They got him the right fights. They built them up. They built them up. Now it's time for him to see him against the upper echelon of the division. You know what I mean? But he's a household name, and because they built them the right way. So
Now, talk to me, Tim. Like some of the media, some of the things that people are saying in the media that you see over and over that you don't really agree on, that you could, tackle on when it comes down to this fight. When it comes to Shakur Stevenson, people, giving their opinions on it. What is something that you would like to bring up that you hear constantly in the comments and on YouTube and whatever platform?
interesting. Good. That's a good question. I really don't have anything. I mean, you got to bring something to my recollection, man, because I really don't. Look, man, I don't. I just do me, man. To be honest with you, I hear certain things, but as an I can't. I don't have anything off the top of the
So I got
dome.
one. I got one for you.
What up?
Obviously, De La Santos is a PBC fighter. He's a southpaw, can punch with both hands. People thought this could have been a possible measuring stick or a possible just style matchup look for Shakur to lead up for at Gervonta Tank Davis. But a lot of people out here are saying that they don't even want to see a Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis after that performance. Like, what about that? What about that comment? I
They
think that
lying.
bothers me a lot.
They lying. They lying. Yeah, they are. Everybody just everybody's in their feelings right now, man, because they waste their time watching that fight with Shakur. Give it a few months, they'll forget about it. Shakur comes back and he dominates some guy, and he looks spectacular. Everybody's gonna be back on him. So that's the nature of boxing, man. Everybody paid for Canelo and Charlo. I mean, come on, man. There was a lot of people that paid for that. And I
Hmm.
told you guys it was a mismatch from the beginning. So, come on. If Tank and Shakur was the fight, man, next month, next week, bro, everybody would be tuning in to see that match. And everybody from the performance that Shakur just had, everybody I'm sure will be picking Tank to win the fight. And that's fine. You could pick Tank to win the fight, but I could just tell you this. You gonna pick wrong. You gonna pick wrong. I'm just letting y'all know right now. Go ahead and pick them. Just like I told y'all against Spence. Y'all was like, oh, Spence and Crawford, oh, Spence gonna win. I told all of y'all it's gonna be the same thing. Y'all gonna see.
Now,
Tank gonna get outboxed. He gonna get outboxed.
yeah, because like obviously De Los Santos normally throws more punches than Tank. Just obviously this fight alone. What do you think about the actual fight? Only like what a 40 punches landed or something like that, making a history. What do you think about that piece that people are speaking upon?
Man, the people are right. It wasn't a fight. It wasn't a fight, man. Both these guys had so much respect for each other. Both these guys weren't afraid to leave it all out there, man. No one wanted to get caught. Even De Los Santos was scared. Both of them. But to be honest with you, both of them was scared.
Hmm.
Both of them was timid. Both of them, they didn't want that heat. They didn't want to get touched. You know what I mean? But that's the complexity of boxing, bro. Like when you in there, bro, like you realize like certain things, certain moves, and you know how smart like certain guys are. You can feel it, bro. You can feel it just being in front of him. The movements he's making, the feints, the way he's operating in that ring. It's like nah. It's like like if you go down the street and that you're not supposed to go down. You know what I mean? You like, oh, you a little timid. You walking kind of timid. You know what I mean? They got that little dog that always come out and run after you. Like it's the same way inside the ring. You know what I mean? Like you could feel like, I should move that way. Nah, I'm not gonna move that way. Like you understand because you've been around the game, and these are called natural instincts. A fighter experiences during the course of the fight. You ready to go, baby? We're gonna feed them. I'm feeding them right now. But anyhow, man, I got like 2 minutes, man, and I'm out, man. But yeah. But anyways, go ahead, bro. Got two
What do
minutes.
you
I'm
think
sorry.
about? No problem. Thank you for chopping it up with us as well, Tim.
Nah, man.
Um,
I wish I could be sitting here and actually like thinking. I'm kind of like rushing right now and thinking at the same time because I got to get out here and get my daughter to soccer field. But
yeah,
look,
I'll DM you in the Instagram comments as well. Maybe we could get a real one in. Um,
bet.
but nevertheless, as far as Shakur is concerned, obviously, like he has one more year with Top Rank. Do you feel like getting that Tank Davis fight, those marquee fights? Do you feel like he can get those fights in Top Rank? And also, and another question is, do you feel like the nervousness of like having Andre Ward, Mayweather, T Bug
Nah,
all in the locker room did anything?
nah, nah. Heck no, man. But I can just tell you this, like I respect those guys a hell of a lot. You know, Shakur respects them as well. It was great actually seeing those guys, the past, the present, and the future. I really do think that Shakur is going to be the number one pound for pound fighter in the world one day, and everybody can disagree, but I really do think that he has the goods, he has the work ethic, the skills to be there someday, and in the near future. But yeah, I don't think that had anything to do with it. As far as the Tank fight, Shakur is not going to be able to fight Tank. Being with Top Rank, it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? They just, I mean, Crawford had to leave Top Rank, become his own free agent. Um, and on top of that, it took him a little while to get the fight made. You know, but he was able to get it done. But yeah, you know, it's just the nature of the business, man. It really is. You know, the promoters, they want to control what they can control. Um, you know, they don't want to work together. To be honest with you, for whatever reason, I mean, I know a few reasons, but I'm not going to share. But
Hmm.
for the most part, I don't think Shakur will get a Tank fight right out the gate.
You think
Um,
he'll get the Loma fight though? Do you think Bob can secure that?
he should. He's with Top Rank, right?
Yeah, but we're hearing Cambosa's fighting Loma. We don't know if that will be the next fight for Shakur, the winner of that.
Look, man, I don't know what you know. Loma has control and what he wants to do. You know, I can say a couple of things about Loma. He has always fought the best guys out there. From like his second fight on, he's always up for the challenge. I don't understand why he's not up for the challenge in facing Shakur. I don't understand it. You know, he's always fighting these younger guys that that can possibly beat him. But you know, he doesn't for some apparent reason he doesn't want to fight Shakur. Maybe he wants to fight him now after he saw what he saw. Maybe all these guys want to fight Shakur after they saw what they saw. You
Mm.
know, maybe that opens up doors for Shakur. You know, maybe Loma will decide to fight him. Maybe he saw some weakness in Shakur. You know, this last fight. So you know, I don't know. I can't predict the future, but the Loma fight out it makes sense to me. Why not fight Loma next? Coming back. If Loma can beat Shakur, shoot, then he's back on top. If Shakur beats Loma, then we already know where Shakur's headed. He's headed continue heading towards the top, and you know, and get a possible fight with a Tank in the near future.
Yeah, because it seems to me like Shakur's kind of a little uptight as far as like people talking about this Nakatilia fight, but he really wants the Loma fight, and it's like it feels like it's bringing back memories of like Crawford not getting the Pacquiao fight and him having to leave.
Exactly, because you want to fight against a legend like that, man. You know, especially a legend that's close to you in a fight that definitely can get made or should get made. Uh, Crawford never would have had an opportunity to get that fight with Pacquiao, and I think it would have done wonders for his career if he was able to get that fight. So Shakur doesn't want to let that shit pass because Loma don't have much longer in the game, man. He really doesn't. He's probably gonna get maybe one or two more fights, maybe possibly, you know. And I'm speaking hypothetically, but he don't have much more time in the game. He's attempted to be an undisputed champion, I think twice already, and he fell short. So I don't know how much more desire he has in continuing to be in this game. and fighting against these young guys, man. Because you know, look, when I when towards the end of my career, man, I just thought to myself, I was like, man, these guys are getting younger and younger, and I'm starting to feel the wear and tear from all the training. I don't know if I can remain at the top. I might as well go ahead and retire. I ended up going to the hospital after every single fight, man. I'm just like, this don't make any sense. When before I used to win a lot of fights, just unanimous decisions. I didn't really have a whole hell of a lot of problems dealing with these guys, and now I've slowed down a bit. It takes me a long time to heal up from training. I felt that the punches felt harder. I felt that, my body ached all the time. My face hurt like hell. My face swelled up a lot sooner because of age and, the wear and tear from the sport. So it's a lot to deal with, man. And I think Loma is near the end.
Yeah, you was there, and if you talk about the turnout, it was a Thursday night. I know if it was F1, but like people obviously talking about Shakur possibly being a pay-per-view star down the line. How was the turnout? I mean, I got some pictures. It looked like it was like 50%. I know, what does it hold, like 20,000?
Yeah,
How was
yeah.
the turnout
The
for a Thursday?
turnout, the turnout was okay. It wasn't crazy.
But for a Thursday, do you
Everybody
think it
turned
was
up.
decent?
Everybody turned up. Actually, everybody turns up in Newark for sure. Ready to go,
Fact.
Jay? Everybody turns up in Newark. This is a fight on the Thursday, man. Everybody's working. So you got to take that in consideration. You got to take the fact that there was the F1 also. You got to take that into account. But it was like half full. I don't think it was 10,000 people in there. I think it might have been maybe 6,000 people in there. But as far as the pay per view star go, man, again with 20 fights, bro, good luck being a pay per view star, bro. You need to fight more often, man. You need to fight more often. You need to get the fans a little bit more of a glimpse at you and your style and your skills. You need to put on spectacular performances to become a star. This last fight was not for for all the reasons I mentioned earlier. It wasn't a spectacular performance, and now you got to come back and you got to prove yourself. See, that's the one thing about boxing, man. You got to prove yourself every single time, over and over and over and over again. Every single fight, you got to prove yourself, and that sucks because other teams, let's say, you know, um, NFL teams, NBA teams, they lose a game, they can come back. They come back the next week and they can win, 3 in a row. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that opportunity in boxing. We gotta wait. This is the last taste that everybody got of Shakur. I don't know when he's going to enter the ring again. It can be 6 months from now. It can be 8 months from now. But until then, everybody, this is the last thing that they saw of Shakur Stevenson. So everybody's going to have an opinion about this performance. Period. Alone, they forget about all the rest of the performances he had. This is the last thing on their mind, and they gonna say, "Well, am I gonna watch Shakur fight, or am I not?" Man, I don't know if I'm gonna watch him fight. He was born the last time out. So Shakur got an uphill battle, man, from here on out to rebuild his name and to build his stock. But I will tell you this: the stock market doesn't always just continue to travel up. It just don't go up in a straight line, bro.
Yep.
You have your ups and you have your downs. You know what I mean? But gradually, it's gonna continue to climb. This is where Shakur is at right now. He was climbing, he was climbing, he was climbing, and now he got a little dip, and now he needs to get back on that climb.
Mm. Mm. Great intel on that, Tim. Thank you, man. I know that you're
Bet.
busy. I know that you're about to bring your family to doing errands and stuff like that. I appreciate you
All
tapping
right,
in,
man.
and I'll hit you up in your inbox on Instagram, and
Bet.
just so we can maybe set another one up, man.
Hey, no doubt. Hey, I just want to thank all my haters out there. I love you guys. You guys are my biggest fans. You the ones that wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and think about your boy and post something on my social media or say something about me in the comment section. I really do appreciate that, man, from the bottom of my heart. You guys are truly my biggest fans because my fans out there, they ain't getting up at 6 o'clock, whether they love me or not, just to hate on me. So I appreciate y'all. Keep watching the videos, man, and stay up. One love.
Keep up the good work, Tim. Much love.
Peace.
You already know. Ladies and gentlemen, please smash the like button. Smash the like button. It's Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the fighters channel, the trainers channel. Hey, even the analyst trainer channel on the people's channel. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Smash the like button. Um, Let me tell you guys, some of y'all in the comments, some of the shout out to some of the super chats. I know I wasn't able to grab two of them because Tim, pretty much he can talk and he's good at it. You know what I'm saying? So I like to let him work. Uh, but nevertheless, I'm gonna read them out and give y'all a shout out. Samuel Almonte, thank you for the $5. I like Shakur, but if it was any other fighter, y'all wouldn't be taking it easy on him. If he did use left hand, he'd open for trades. It'd be different fight. Absolutely, Samuel. You know what I'm saying? You understanding. You understanding. You know what I'm saying? John Williams, man. You definitely gotta start you guys got to start the sentences a little bit more inviting. I know you a company man. John Williams, shout out for the super chat. I appreciate it regardless though. I know you a company man, but stop the cap. This is a platform. Shakur oversells and under delivers. Respect Tank Davis. Tank got the best resume at 135. I wish I was able to say that, but you already know we was in a quick rush. But try to open up the question a little bit more inviting though, just in case, just for just some advice. You know what I'm saying? Just some advice because you will be able to get great answers when people don't feel like they're getting attacked. Just my opinion. I feel the same way. I'm a channel that has my own opinion as well, and so you don't have to agree on it, but in the same time we would like the respect, because we come here every day trying to give you guys some of the best content, and we love the sport, man. And if we could just gather up together as a community and just chop it up and listen to people, it's all that's all that matters. But what I do gotta say is the 213 people that are on, I need each and every single one of y'all. I need each and every single one of y'all to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. This was a great segment. We had Mickey Bay, we had Tim Bradley, and what better to be able to get these former world champions to come on here and speak their mind and talk with y'all and talk with me. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a blessing. And I feel like, Mill City Boxing, we are on our way to the top. Make sure you guys smash the like button. I do have the link still pinned out there. So if anybody want to chop it up with your boy, smash the like button and also get into the polls, man. Who you guys want to see Shakur Stevenson fight next? And once again, get these likes up, ladies and gentlemen, to improve the visibility of the show. It's very important, man. Show some love for your boy. You know what I'm saying? Or not, or you can go to another channel that's biased or racist or whatever the case may be, and show them love, whatever the case may be. I'm still here. I'm still gonna rock with y'all regardless. This was a good one. Yeah, man. Big Money, it was good. It was a surprise guest, you know what I'm saying, from Tim. So we know that, like I said, people, they watching, man. Everybody watching, and, we growing. Matter of fact, we growing. So this weekend we got Diego Pacheco. I feel like it's gonna be great. Mills deserves the love. Glass cut. I appreciate that, man. Real talk, real talk. Regardless of the fact of how y'all feel about the decision that was made and what had happened with the Shakur Stevenson and Edwin De Los Santos fight, do y'all feel like it was a rematch is due? Do y'all feel like he doesn't deserve a rematch? Do you guys want to see Frank Martin back into the picture again and back into discussions? What do y'all believe? Smash the like button, and you know what? Press the link. Press the link, chop it up with your boy for a bit. You know what I'm saying? And if not, I understand, but you do got to smash that like button though. You mando. 54% of y'all believe that a rematch should be entailed. And that's over 315 votes. 315 votes, and we have 55% want a rematch. I need to know why, though. I need to know why. I mean, are there unanswered questions? Hell yeah, I do think so. But do I think that it'll be worse for Edwin if Shakur had his hand? Hmm. Hmm. Or could it be just more, if you're engaging, we all know if you're engaging, you're you could possibly get caught. So, in reality, yeah, we think, it would benefit Shakur, but it also will benefit Edwin de los Santos. So, you already know I like let's get into some of these comments. But shout out to everybody giving the super chats as well, man. The super thanks. Shout out to everybody on the live, man. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Mr. Sharp, y'all want the rematch? Tell me why, though. You got to explain. You know what I mean? Throw some knowledge on this, man. Throw some knowledge on this. Definitely appreciate Tim. Appreciate you, Tim, for stopping by. Just a blessing to know that he wanted to chop it up with the boy. So, and Mickey Bay, that's my guy. You already know we on with Mickey every week. So, oh boy, how he got the best resume and he got 3 draws in the rematch done. Okay, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Get to the poll. We still got the link up. Don't be scared. This is the people's show as well, right? Right, right. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep this jumping. Do your Google's. Come on, guys. Keep it cool. Keep it cool in the chat. Keep it cool in the chat. Um, and like I tell you again, guys, this platform is not just for the boxing purists. This is for the casuals as well that want to learn and understand the sport of boxing. We ain't gonna discredit anybody for their lack of knowledge. Cause you know what? In this game, if you don't stay a student of the game, you will lack. You will lack in knowledge. Absolutely. There's always so much more. There's always so much to learn. Always, always, always. Um, Jahil, we want to see Shakur chin and power at 135. Okay, understandable. Max Gordon, I think I got him on Instagram. But we got here a caller. Caller, what's going on, man? How we doing? How we doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How you doing?
Oh, blessings, man. Blessings on a beautiful Saturday. What's on your mind?
Man, I gotta talk about that Shakur joint.
Talk your shit.
Man, I just feel like that was probably one of his worst performances. What you think?
Absolutely.
You think he was
Absolutely.
hurt?
Um, listening to the camp, watching the performance, seeing how many times he shot the left hand, it ain't rocket science to see. Look with Tank. He didn't shoot his left hand as well. So when you see that, you're very limited. Like if you ever boxed before and you sparred and one of your coaches told you, "Yo, listen, you got to handicap your strong hand." Like that's what that type of fight looks like. And I seen that, and I was curious to see how bad it was. I don't think it was that bad because I know Wally Moses, his coach, said that in the 11th round, shoot the left hand. So it couldn't have been something that it was like superly swollen and it was gonna,
Right.
but you're fighting rounds throughout the fight, so it could get worse. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the time, I don't know. I'm not in the camp. Everybody in the camp, I know a lot of the teams, so they told me that that's what happened. I can't give Shakur an excuse if he doesn't want to give himself an excuse. What's your thoughts, though?
I mean, this the first time he's fighting a puncher like that too. He could have been overthinking. Like he
I
usually
think it's
pop shot
I
into
think
those
it's a little bit of
combinations.
both, bro. I think it was a little bit of both. Honestly, I don't think it was just one thing.
Shakur. He's gonna pop shot. He's gonna pop shot into those combinations. He was just popping a jab and backing straight out. He wasn't looking for no counters or nothing.
Right, right. But like I said too, if you in the ring, man, and you're trying to catch punches on the hand that hurts, it actually it's more damaging for you to catch a punch when your hand is like swollen versus you throwing the punch. You get more
Right.
damage by someone hitting you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't control where the contact is. So I mean that's probably why we've seen a lot of in and outs and not taking chances and stuff like that. This boxing game is crazy, bro. It's nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like it. We've seen guys in the NBA sprain their ankle and continue to play basketball. Um, and this is just very similar to what it is. I don't think it was a great performance. He said it wasn't a great performance, but I will definitely not judge Shakur Stevenson after this performance. There's no reason for me to judge
No,
Shakur.
I ain't judging him. It's just if you at that elite level and you really got an injury like that, you gonna step in there and put on that performance just to get a belt. You could reschedule the fight.
Yep, you can. You can, but being a three division champion was something that he wanted to do before the end of the year. Now you can go eat your Thanksgiving dinner and and your dinner for Christmas, and you can put that on the shelf and look at it. I understand. I understand. The fans, they're gonna be critical until he gets back into the ring. Now the question is, when does he get back into the ring? He got one more year with Top Rank, and all he wants is Loma. Really, he wants the big fights, the money fights.
Right. I mean, it looked to me, I got a few amateur fights in it, and you had them nights where you just don't feel it. You might have been training too much, you might have been doing too much outside the ring, or whatever the case is, and you just not there that night. It kind of like he was respecting him too much, and he's doing enough to win. But I know Shakur for being dominant. I know for him to dominate.
So we used to. That's what we used to. Uh, you know, the real royal Mill, you sitting here making excuses. I mean, listen, man. I mean, you're an amateur fighter, right? Let me read the whole comment here. You making excuses how you really know he's injured. Listen, the first thing I said was, what I'm saying, I heard it from the people. Um, I seen that he didn't throw it. I know that with big punchers, you can be gun shy with your rear hand. I know that, and I know you know that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So that being said, you can think that, but why in the boxing community? Why can't we assume that is multiple things? You know what I'm saying? For instance, Teofimo Lopez. They said that he had a lung condition, right? Nobody cares about excuses, right? First of all, but in the same time, Teo's mental wasn't right there as well. So could there
Right.
be a combination of two? You know, why is only gotta be one? Why is it only gotta be one? Why can't we just say Errol Spence was weight drained, but he got superly outclassed, and the style matchup it's just bad for him? Why can't we? Why can't it be a collective? You know what I'm saying? Some people believe that's impossible to happen. It's not impossible.
Yeah, that's true. I think aerospace. I just don't think he got enough for Terrence. To be honest with you, no matter what weight drain or any of that, the technique is just too far apart. Terrence comfortable at every position. He could fight however he need to.
It's what it is, man. It's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button. Smash the like button if you're enjoying the show. Yeah, man. And then a- any other any other things you want to bring out?
Nah, man, I just had to speak my piece about Shakur because I'm a big Shakur fan. That's what I watch. I'm Southpaw. I got the same type of rhythm. I just kind of disappointed.
Yeah, yeah. And it's gonna affect how they approach him when it comes to him coming into pay-per-views and stuff like that. It's definitely gonna affect. But like I said, I'm a big Shakur's the little homie. I support him. I know Edwin as well. I'm in a tough position. I made my prediction, and it was 100% on point. Shakur Stevenson by unanimous decision. There's nothing like it. But man, I appreciate you for tapping in. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. I'm an amateur coach, and when you love the sport of boxing and you can watch it on TV and go to the gym every day and keep working on your craft, it's lit. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
continue what you're doing, and also talk to me a little bit about yourself before you leave, because I hate to have you come to the channel when we had Mickey Bay and Tim Bradley on, and me not talk about you being something that could possibly be special. Where you from?
I'm from Oklahoma City. I got 6 amateur fights. I'm 5-1. I got 3 stoppages, and I'm fighting at 132. I'm just trying to get better. I'm kind of new to this game. I was boxing for a couple years, and I got straight to it. I'm just trying to get better, man.
People out here saying that you got the Shakur cut. Well, keep it up, man. How old are you?
I'm 22.
You 22?
Yeah.
Word. So when we talk about some of your favorite fighters, is it just Shakur? Like, who else is Who's there?
I'm not gonna lie, I watch Shakur a lot. Like I kind of fight just like Shakur. I like because my athleticism, my style. That's kind of fits me perfect, and I like Shakur. I like Pernell Whitaker, Floyd, defensive fighters. I like the counter. I'm a counter puncher, but I can sit in the pocket too, catch a shoot.
Mm, mm. Let everybody know your name before you leave, bro, and where they can find you.
I'm Max Gordon. You can find me on Instagram at mbgordon underscore. I got YouTube on here. If you look up Max Gordon Boxing, I got a few of my fights on there, my Golden Gloves fights. Tap in with me.
Do I got you on Instagram?
Yeah, you follow me on Instagram. I tapped in with you a minute ago.
Yeah, I thought I seen your profile name before, for sure. Well, man, God bless. On to the next, man. Thank you for tapping in. Keep tapping in as many times as you want, man. And on to the next one,
So I appreciate you. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep going up.
for sure, brother, for sure. You already know, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the Fighters Channel, the Trainers Channel, the Analyst Trainer. I can't even say it. I can't say Analyst Channel. Analyst Channel, the People's Channel. Call in, Checker Hernandez. I just seen you. Couldn't talk to you last night. Get on here, girl. Get on here, girl. Let me find out your hearing right. Tell them to me. Best of luck to you. Absolutely. Mr. Sharp, good luck, bro. Yeah, man. I love the y'all supporting the youngins, man. We gotta support the youngins, man. We have to. They're the next one's coming up. Let me find out that the little homie come back, right? He come back, and then next thing you know, he gonna be on ESPN in his next fight. Then you all gonna say, I seen him. I seen him on the Tim Bradley and Mickey Bay and the Mill City Boxing Show. We got another caller coming in. We got another caller coming in. Make sure you guys smash the like button, get into the polls. Let's improve the visibility of the show. My guy's back. What's going on, bro?
Money counter. You know it's the sports book goat. You know what's happening, nothing, man. Just chilling at the crib. That's all. That's all. That's all. Enjoying
Word.
my money. Enjoying my money from that fight, that parlay we put in.
Mm, mm. It's beautiful to be able to get some easy tokens, man.
Man, always just listening on these podcasts. I done been blocked on about three different podcasts for just trying to be unbiased.
I see. I couldn't block somebody. I couldn't block somebody for their opinion. I could only block somebody if like they come at me like on some aggressive shit. Like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like man, I'm sitting here. I get on this one post. He like, oh, the whole little group. I won't mention the name because I ain't trying to be. But I get on there. They just all shook. Oh, Shakur, he didn't. I'm like, come on, man. Like, okay, they're trying to say like, oh, he's the master. He good performance. Like, it came out of his own mouth that he said that this wasn't his best performance. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like it
feel
was things that he really could have worked on. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, that's one thing that I really want to see him do. And I expected that to happen, with him working with Bud so much. Now, do we know about the hand? Who knows? So I'm not gonna use that as an excuse. He said it wasn't, so I'm not gonna do it. But I really wanted to see him counterpunch, man. Like it was times where he was able to take his subtle side steps to switch his angles. He was pivoting. He was making Santos miss. But you got to make somebody pay for that shit, man. But I
it.
think it was due to Santos's power. He had so much respect for it. You know what I'm saying? It just became like sooner or later it became a chess match where it's like, okay, I'm waiting on the counter, but he waiting on the counter too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like pretty much you get single shots. That's how you
Chess
got that
match.
fight, man.
Chess match, regardless of the fact if it's a one-handed chess
Hmm.
match, it's still a chess match. That's why when I told people I enjoyed it in that aspect, you know what I mean? In that aspect, like I know how Edwin is. Like I've spoken to Edwin. I've been in the gym. I've talked to him before I think it was before the Ryu fight, and he's been wanting this Shakur fight for a long time. And I'm disappointed in Edwin. And Edwin, when you see this, and when we chop it up with you and your coach, Cello, this Papito, I got love for you. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta keep it 100. you didn't show me that this was gonna be your first time, becoming a champion. You know what I'm saying? Your first time in a title fight. It's not good enough for me as well. So rather we can go and shun Shakur because he's the bigger name. Cool, but in the same time, Edwin, you need to let those hands go, and
Yeah, man.
you gotta be able to cut the ring, and you also you have some
That's the one thing, yeah.
great
And
feints,
like
but you just never capitalized on anything. And Shakur is going in a straight line, and I understand you're a smaller fighter, so it's gonna be hard. It's hard to catch Shakur, I understand, but you're gonna have those moments with other fighters.
especially if you say he has no punching power, you know what I'm saying? At some point you have to be willing to jump in that fire, maybe get in that pocket, take one or two to get
You
what you
feel me?
want. You know what I'm saying? I would have wanted to see Cello kind of tell him to press the gas early. I think it was round 10 where he really was like, yo, like you gotta want to start
That's
earlier.
my
If
main
you
question for him. That's my main question
Oh,
for him.
I know you're gonna ask him that, but it's like if you see that the way this fight is going, Shakur already gave out the little nugget that I'm gonna go my first 4 rounds, fill him out. If you see that Edwin isn't really making the proper adjustments after that round 4, you gonna just let him stack up these motherfucking rounds like he's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you had to tell him to make the adjustment of, hey, we gotta be more aggressive, be more front foot dominant, pressure, pull the pressure. You know what I'm saying? But that goes to say, and a lot of people don't want to do this also, but like Edwin, what? Come on, Edwin, you got to give us more, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you say that you are who you are, the elite power puncher with skills. You got the footwork. You gotta find a way to get up in there. And I think him and Cello, they're gonna go back to the drawing board, but it's some things that need to be fixed on both sides. But definitely with Edwin. Like you gotta be aggressive. That's your title fight, bro. You might not
Hmm.
get another one. Might not get
Fact.
another one.
You know, I wake up in the morning, I do my little ritual, bang out my push-ups, go to the bathroom, sit on the stool, you know what I'm saying? Check out the internet, and I'm watching Edwin, cheering his team. Look like alcohol there, which is cool. I don't got nothing against that. But you're celebrating. And to me, it's like that speaks a lot. That speaks. Go on to his story, ladies and gentlemen, and check that out. That speaks a lot.
That
We
matters,
got
man, because
Shakur.
it's
That's
like,
probably Shakur is he's going crazy right now, and I can understand. But in the same
mm-hmm.
time, we got Edwin that's celebrating. I understand you made 400K. Cool,
But
whatever.
it's like if you say that you're in that category, you know what I'm saying? You got certain categories of this shit. It's levels. And if you say that you're at that elite level where that competitive fire, the drive, like the hunger to I will fucking win. He can't have it.
No.
You go, you get beat up on that fight. Really, you supposed to be like Shakur, but for you to be celebrating, it's like you didn't want to just take it like when you asked Cello a question like you going in there to do a good performance. He was like, nah, we going to win. Well, I didn't see that. I seen like, okay, we did a good performance. You know what I'm saying? It seems like he's happy with I didn't get my ass whooped by Shakur.
I'll give you one. I'll give you one. Right? Check this out. You saying that in the 10th round, it don't look like you bet $5,000. It don't look like you bet $5,000. Because if I bet $5,000,
I'm on your
regardless,
ass at the round 1. I'm on your ass at the round 2. I'm at least I'm giving you more and more tips, more and more game. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
like you you got to give more and more. Like hell, even Wiley Moses let Shakur know, like, quit fucking going back straight on the center line when you coming
Even
out.
Wally's like, yo, trust me. Do you trust me? You know what I'm saying? A lot of
And
things
and
going on in there. A lot of things going
absolutely,
on.
absolutely, man. But hey, I tell you what, man. Oh, I gotta say, get the lights up, man. You already know this is MSPN. You know what I'm
Tell him.
saying? We don't do ESPN. We don't do CNN. This is MNN. where you get all your boxing needs. If you
Let
want to
them
talk whatever you want to talk about, you come here, man.
let them know. Let them know, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Like always, continue supporting the channel, and you already
Always,
know you
bro.
my guy, bro.
Always, man. You have a good one. Y'all get the lights up. Be blessed.
Much love, brother. Much love. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. One of the hottest boxing channels. If you didn't know now, you know. It's Mill City Boxing. Um, we got the we got the phone lines up next week. So right now we tapping in, guys. I still got the link for you guys to chop it up right now. Smash the like button. Super chats are always welcome. Today was one of the best super chat days since the Shakur Stevenson interview. So I really appreciate, everyone that has donated, everyone that has just donated a like, donated a comment, donated a super chat, whatever the case may be. Everything is appreciated on this way for sure. Um, Make sure you guys smash that like button though. Rematch we want. Be safe. What's good? Hot Rod in the building. Salvador Victorino. Victorino. I love boxing. What it do? The link's up. The link's up there. I love boxing. It's up there, bro. Find it. Tim Bradley found it. Sports Goat found it. You know what I'm saying? Link is pinned. Anybody want to talk this boxing? Let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking all smoke. I'm taking all types of conversations. Real talk. Jackie Hernandez, gracias por los 10 pesos. Oh, yeah, and I seen your comment, Jackie. Yeah, I'll be back on tonight. So if you're at work, we chopping it up tonight, Jackie. You already know. Appreciate everything that you do for the channel as well, girl. Real talk. It helps me and it makes me feel like, yo, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. I wanna do this full time. I really do. Can't do it full time yet, but I want to do it full time. This is what I love to do. Is talk boxing, acknowledge people with info, give out great interviews, and exclusive stuff, ladies and gentlemen, exclusive stuff. But it's pinned up right there, guys. Don't tell me that I never pinned it up because I pinned it up. It's right there. I love boxing was good. I can't go for far back. I just got on. It's up there though, my brother. It's up there. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, last night I did an interview, if you haven't seen it yet, with Jose Benavidez Jr., the one that's going to be fighting Jamal Charlo next week. Um, Check out that interview. It was a good interview. We talked about the Caleb Plant smack and how much you respect Charlo's opponent. Um, it is what it is. I'm gonna show you the thumbnail so you guys can go and check out that segment because it was a good one, man. It was an 8-minute piece right there. I want you guys to check it out. So this is the thumbnail. It looks like this. So check out that interview right here with Jose Benavidez Jr. fighting Jamel Charlo on that Benavidez and Boo Boo Andre's card. Check out that interview. It's a good interview. Definitely check it up. Got the caller right here. I love boxing. Haven't chopped it up with him yet, but hey, this is what it is, man. Let's get it. Let's talk to people that love boxing. What's good? I love boxing. What's cracking?
What's up, bro?
What's
Nah,
going on, man? Oh man, you good? You sound like you sick, bro.
I had to put the gas down.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense.
What's good though, Mills?
Nothing, man. Just here chopping it up, man. Just finished talking with Mickey Bay and Tim Bradley, and we talking about this performance. Obviously, we're probably going to be talking about Shakur's performance with Edwin Santos probably this whole week. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts, man? What's your initial thoughts?
Uh, Remember I told you that I was fucking with Edwin.
You was betting on Edwin.
I told you this was
Only
a
a
fight
50
that
piece, though, right?
I ended up getting it free. He ain't want to bet. He backed out on me.
Oh, okay. Because I,
My
I I put out like a 3 parlay out there and a 4 parlay. I didn't know if you followed me or not on that one, but we hit both of them.
No, I know you told me to download DraftKings. I never did it. I don't really bet like that. Only thing I bet in is like poker. I don't really gamble too much.
I like poker too. Texas
Yeah.
Hold'em.
But make a long story, like on fight nights, me and my partner who watch fights, we gamble. We bet 20 on each fight and shit like that versus each other, shit like that.
Mm.
But other than that, I don't really gamble. But make a long story short, remember I was telling you I needed to see. I wanted Shakur to win, but I was going for Edwin because I just don't believe he a dog. I believe he's chinny, and I think he fights like that for a reason. I don't think he just fight like that because he following Floyd. Every time he get hit, he's in super retreat mode. You understand what I'm saying? Only time he comes forward is when the opponent's smaller or just can't do nothing with him offensively. You understand what I'm saying? But if you hit him it don't matter who it is. It don't have to be Nakatilia or whoever touches him, he's retreating. He's retreating. You heard Wiley like, come on, go forward. Throw the 1-2. You understand what I'm saying? He did none of that because it was a puncher in there. You understand what I'm saying? And what I told you I needed to see from this, I said I would be on the hype train like the rest of y'all if he showed me a dog. If this is a dog match and he win, then I'll be on the he's really special train. I can't like this made it even worse. I wasn't expecting. Don't you know how we wasn't expecting Spence Crawford to be a one-sided ass whooping? Well, I was, but and I got it on your live saying it. But make a long story short, I wasn't expecting this bad of a performance out of this fight. Stylistic, this fight was amazing. You understand what I'm saying? This was supposed to be some shit right here. You
Facts.
feel me? So to see that, it made him drop even lower. Now I need to see way more before I can even give him any credit. You understand what I'm saying? He
So now,
lost credit to
do
me.
you have to see like a Frank Martin now? Another
It makes me
another
think that
southpaw look.
but listen, one thing about it, styles make fights. Frank
Yeah.
do hit a little bit, but I think Frank is way easier to hit. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't think Frank's easy to hit. I just feel like
For a Shakur,
probably for Shakur it would be better, because I have a lot of respect
I'm
for
going
Frank
off the
Martin.
feet. I'm going off the
Well,
feet far as when I say getting hit.
I think Frank Martin has one of the most underrated feet in the game right now.
I think I think the little bit we did see, not this fight, but the little bit I did get to see from Edwin, that was one of my biggest reasons why I thought he could touch Shakur. His feet is fucking nice. His feet, well, I can't say they nice. They're fast. He has fast feet. You understand what I'm saying? He can
But he
get in and
catches
out pretty fast.
he definitely catches the pivots nice. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. He
He just
turned nice. He
his
don't go
inside game's
straight
kind of
back.
suspect, but he's a good fighter.
Yeah, exactly. But like I said, what I'm saying is, I think Frank Martin, Shakur, Tank De Los Santos, both of those are would have been wonderful fights. If you see what I'm saying,
Yeah, I
like
mean,
like how when Rashidi lost to Villa, if they would have switched that fight night, Boots versus Villa, Karen versus Rashidi, we would have had a great fight night. You see what I'm saying?
yo, I'm glad you said that because I said this a long time ago. I'm glad you
Real
said
shit. You see what I'm saying though?
yeah.
And that's what I see. That's what I'm saying about it made his stock drop to me because I wanted to see something to so I can appreciate him the way everybody to me he's like LeBron when he first came in the league, Mike when he was at his biggest. His name is bigger than his abilities to me. You
Shakur.
see what I'm saying? Yes. Yeah,
Mm.
to me, and that's what people in your chat we always go back and forth about and shit like that because they think I'm hating on them, but I'm just y'all talk about this eye test all the time. He don't pass my eye test. He look like him and Haney look like good gym rats. They do really good gym work. You see what I'm saying? But they don't have the fight in them. To me, a boxer is a professional fighter. So you could talk all this boxing, sweet science shit you want, but at some point you have to fight because that's what you are. You're a fighter. You see what I'm
Well,
saying?
it depends, man. I mean, you know, It really depends because yeah, we've seen a couple of situations in the Shakur fight that Edwin just kind of went for broke in certain moments, like not a lot. I think it was like two or three times, right?
Yeah.
And he rushed in, and Shakur what Shakur did was he spinned him and threw a sharp hook, right? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you've seen it with the lead hand because he couldn't do that with his right, with his was left.
Right,
So,
right. I know exactly what you're talking about when he was trying to get out of there, but he still threw the
but
that.
he
I
clinched
liked it that
beautifully. He clinched beautifully. He like I was like, wow, this
right.
kid's smart. He made sure he landed that shot and he clinched like Mayweather. Like Mayweather. Mayweather does that a lot.
Listen, that was smart, but it also showed me the fear that we seen. But listen, I was just talking about his style in general. I wasn't
But
even
that
talking
yo,
about.
Della Santos is punching, son. This
I
is the
I agree.
that's the
I've been
this is the
saying
biggest
that for the
puncher.
whole week. That's why I was betting on him. I agree. I agree. He punching. He
Hmm.
punching. He really punching. Uh, but no, I was saying, as far as like his overall style, like, all right, they say defense win championships, right?
Jake.
Well, that's a lie because
Mm.
defense can't win you anything. Your offense has to score to win. You see what I'm saying? Let's take football. Your defense can shut out the team and they score 0 points. But this would be a fucking draw if your offense don't score. You have to score too.
You know what I'll double back on that. This is what I will say on that. The counters that we did see were with the jab.
Hmm.
Before, after De Los Santos will come back with his jab, or before or while De Los Santos was coming in. Shooting a jab and getting your head off the line. Those were some of the. In reality, that's a counter punch, but
I
people
agree.
they don't see that because they just see two guys just going like this, and whoever gets touched, they get touched. But that's a
Jab
counter
fest.
shot, and that's all he had to give that night. And that's why I believe that Edwin didn't come up. Edwin didn't pull up because he's like, damn, this dude's jab is sharp, you know?
Right.
And Edwin couldn't take away the jab. So
Right.
even though that Edwin couldn't take away the jab, he couldn't find him and he couldn't take away the jab. That's bad because you got a one-handed fighter.
I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying? Now another thing, you see Shakur that he stabs with the body both hands. He likes to frame up top
He
and he
never did
likes to
that
shoot
stab
that.
jab to the
Didn't
body
do
once.
that one time.
He
Now I'll
never
give
did it
I'll
once.
give credit to De Los Santos.
That's
His
his that's
his
his
stab to
famous
the body
punch. He
was
never
more
did it
effective.
once.
Yeah. Yeah. And and speaking upon that one time, right? When Shakur stab jabbed, the time that he stab jabbed, he got caught with
Oh,
De
that's
Los
why he ain't
Santos
do it no
jab.
more.
Yeah, so he stopped because you when you stab jabbing, right? And
Hmm.
you
It's kind of a
got
dangerous shot.
it's a dangerous shot. It
Yeah,
is when
yeah,
you don't got the guy's timing.
yeah. I get it. I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you have to go back in punching range.
Right.
When you're going backwards, you're in punching range. I get it.
Yeah. And you know, I understand the Tank team. Like everybody know I'm Team Tank, I'm Team Shakur, I'm Team Tio. That's what it is. But, you know, in the same time, I know why some this fight's not happening right away, and it's because of styles.
Yeah.
It's not to do with fear.
I'm not.
It
I'm
don't
not
even.
paying you to run from me.
I'm
I'm not
not
paying
paying.
you to run
Yes,
from me.
Shakur. Look, remember Canelo to Bubu Andres. You a
Yeah.
horrible fighter because you're not gonna get to him.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So it's easier to shun you
Yeah.
and not stick in the ring with you.
Right.
Now
Right.
I'm not saying that Davis understands that this task of trying to be able to hit Shakur is
Davis
gonna
been in
be,
the ring with him plenty of times. He know exactly what's the outcome.
but
He know exactly what he got to do.
He hasn't been in there with him lately.
Right, right. But no. All that would affect is that to see if he has a little more pop, like everybody thinking. But far as
And then
technique, he
and,
know how
and
he
then Tank
runs.
got a chin, you
Yeah,
know?
I agree. I agree. I agree. Uh, I'm tank overall. That's just how it is. And like I said, far as Shakur, I just needed to see a little bit of dog in him so I can believe like the rest of the people. Now I feel what I've been saying was absolutely right. So he's even down. He's even lower in my book now. Yeah,
Mm.
not to take like I can't take his name away in this and the third, but I'm going off abilities. The name is to me always has been bigger than their abilities. And my biggest thing is Spence, man down. I'm gonna put him in the dirt. This that everything that he said happened to him. Shakur, these boxers is soft. These boxers is bitches. They soft. Well, that's what I seen last night. I seen that he was soft and he a bitch. You see what I'm
Mm,
saying? That's what I seen.
mm.
Because same thing y'all just said about Santos, bro. This is his first title shot at 135. He didn't
See,
go for
see,
broke.
I love boxing. I can't agree with that because, and the reason why I can't agree with it is because there's been go back to the fight. I know you don't want to watch the fight again. I know you don't. I know who does, right?
There's no
But
way I can rewatch that one.
all right, like try to get like a blunt or something and just like just figure out some time that you could just waste or whatever. But
Yeah,
you know, go watch the fight and see how many times that Shakur he likes to stay in the center of the ring.
yeah.
You
He
know,
did keep going back. I agree. I agree. I heard
so
you and
running
Buddy talking
to
about
me,
that
I look
yesterday.
at running. I'm gonna be real with you. Like this
Yeah,
is this is this is real rap. Running is more like Devin Haney after he got hit with that big shot in the 11th round with Linares.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's going from one post, rolling off of that
All
to
right.
the
Well, let
next
me ask
one,
you this question:
going
Did
around.
Karen run?
Karen didn't run.
Thank you. That's well,
Karen showed a lot of boxing ability
man.
in there with a
Karen
lot of
showed a
game.
lot of boxing ability. He did more than Shakur did last night.
Karen,
Yes,
Karen had two hands.
but he was popping them bitches. He was letting them go.
Yeah, but
When he came in, he threw punches. When he
yeah,
went back, he went back.
it's just freaking Ron Ennis is like Godzilla in there, at the welterweight division, and then
But
he's
we didn't
super
see
talented.
Godzilla that night. We seen
No.
Karen popping in and getting the hell on.
Mm-hmm.
That's boxing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
that's how you play the ring. That's how you circle the ring. That's how you so-called run, if
Mm-hmm.
you want to call it running. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
No, I think I'll 100% agree. I feel like
Charlo
Karen.
ran.
No, well, you know what?
Shakur
You
ran.
know what? You're right because Karen did to me. I say this a
Why you
lot.
think that you just told me go watch Shakur fight again? Why you think that fight ain't up for us to watch? I want to watch that fight again so bad.
Which one?
Karen Boots. Why you can't find that fight? You only can find highlights and Boots hitting all over him.
Boxing,
And
politics.
listen, I'm from North Philadelphia, man.
I'm a big Boots fan, right? I'm a big Boots fan, but I know what I see. I know what I
Exactly.
see.
I'm a big Boots fan. He will destroy a lot of these people, but he
I
loads
think
up
he
way
he
too much
destroys
for Bud
everybody.
Crawford.
I think that Keith Thurman can show something that he could show something in Ennis that people didn't see before, and I'm saying it in a negative way, not in a positive way.
Yeah.
And I also believe that Ennis would be victorious in that fight, but in the
One
same
thing
time,
about one thing about Keith that I say, and a lot of people give me grief for, but he's a bit of a runner. If he ain't punching on you, he running.
I don't see I don't see him. You know what it is too is that people, right? You can get hit with a big body shot and you're gonna move around the ring a little bit. You're gonna
Mills
see
for 6, 7 rounds.
who do you think he ran with? You think he ran with Barrios? Because I think he boxed the shit out of Barrios.
No, no, not Barrios. I'm talking about like them good fights. Like he damn near.
He didn't run from Danny. That shit was fire. That
Yeah,
was a
it was.
fire
It
fight.
wasn't Ugas either, was it? Because they had a banger too.
Nah, Ugas and Keith never fought. They were supposed to fight.
Oh, who was it? Porter.
Porter too. He's the only one that gave really he gave Porter his first loss, right? Yeah, I think that's no, my bad. Cal Brook gave Porter his first loss, but still, like he made it work. You know what I'm saying? Keith
Yeah,
Keith is still that name. Boots needs Keith right now because
Keith ain't
to
fighting
my
no damn boots.
you know Stanionis is not a name. I rock with you, Stan. You know what I'm saying? But
Man, I
you're not
told you,
nameless.
bro. We getting Boots Barrios like April.
But that's not impressive for me because
Me either, but that's what we gonna get. That's how boxing
Barrio
goes.
lost to Keith. Like, what are we doing here,
Listen, Barrios ain't turning down no smoke. He trying to get him a couple M's and go back to San Antonio, man. I'm telling you.
bro? He's
And
been
listen,
getting used to
I
those
like him.
M's since
If
10.
Barrios had a little more pop, I'll bet on him.
Mm,
If
mm.
he had a tad bit more pop, I bet Barrios. I like Barrios.
I just think he lacks
And I
box
ain't talking about
IQ.
versus Boots. I
I
ain't talking
th-
about versus
yeah,
Boots.
yeah, yeah,
I'm,
yeah, yeah. You're talking about
I'm
when,
just saying, overall,
yeah.
Barrios, if he had a little more pop, he is nice.
I think Barrios has a great chance with Stanionis. I think he has a great chance with Cody Crowley. You
I
know?
agree. I agree because he got what I need to see from Shakur. He got dog. Barrios got dog in it.
Yes,
You
he
see what I'm
does.
saying?
Aztec Warrior.
Yes, sir. I agree. I agree.
Absolutely. Yo,
But I
man,
gotta
I
get
love
off of here,
boxing.
Mills.
I appreciate you tapping in with me, man, and I appreciate the support all the time.
You know I'm always here for you, bro. You got now, not next.
Yeah, my brother. Thank you.
One.
Word. You already know, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the fighters channel, the trainers channel, my people's channel. What's going on? I got the link up right now. Smash the like button, hit the link, talk to your boy. I'm gonna be wrapping it up real soon. Great segment. Gotta be able to drop some content. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the super chats in the building as well. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. See if I missed anybody. Don't want to miss nobody. Nah, we good. I think we on track. We on track. We on track. But nevertheless, guys, smash the like button so we can get back to 200 viewers. I like the 200 viewers. I love that. I love having 200 people in the building. Feels good. Feels great. Um, nevertheless, y'all want to see Tank and Shakur? It's not ready yet. It's not ready yet. I think we need Shakur lacks pay per view attraction. You don't need to be a pay per view star. You need to be a pay per view attraction. I think that he got the look, he got the style to become a. Like I said once again, ladies and gentlemen, I am not going to judge Shakur Stevenson's performance, and I'm gonna wait to see what he does next with another great champion. Um, Stay tuned, guys. I mean, listen, I understand you didn't. Let's give the benefit of the doubt to some of these fighters, man. We can have bad days. It happens. But other than that, defense does win fights. Shakur does have great defense. Unlike I do think that defense wins championships. I think that when it comes down to other sports, I think with boxing, that could be tricky. But I think that when in the elite level, you got to have a certain type of amount. You have to have a certain IQ when it comes to the defense. I think that you need to have a certain type of defense, and I think that Edwin De Los Santos has a certain type of defense for other fighters. I mean, we seen it with Joseph Adorno. Joseph Adorno is no pushover. So nevertheless, guys, boxing magic mechs. That's not a bad day. Laughing my ass off. Dude be capping for Shakur. I mean, boxing magic mechs. I mean, listen, that's your opinion. I just feel like at the end of the day, listen to other people's opinions, figure it out, and then with those opinions, take those opinions and take those opinions into their next fight, and then from there, go check it out. See what y'all think. You know what I mean? You know what, Magic Mex? Tap in. Tap in. The link's right there. Any of y'all want Mex to tap in? Anybody that want to chop it up with your boy right now? I got time for one more caller, and then I got to get back to work. I got time for one more call, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's Mill City Boxing. We're almost at 14,000. So let's get it. Mr. Sharp. I've seen Mr. Sharp in the comments. Mr. Sharp, what's going on, Mr. Sharp? How we doing today?
What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. What's cracking?
Yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about the fight, like what I noticed. So I noticed like early on he was going for the feints. He was going for the feints, and he was trying to circle around. I did like everybody's saying he's running and everything, but really both guys were kind of like trying to jockey for the best position and actually fighting for the middle of the ring the whole time. And Shakur was kind of circling around him every time he got cornered. He was trying to circle around him to get back into the center of the ring. And the problem was once he got to the center, he kept on going for the feints, and he couldn't get off, and he couldn't get close. And like early on, Edwin got like I think he got the body shot. He got a body shot in there. What is it? A right hook, and
Yeah.
that could have made Shakur a little bit tentative, but I think it was really just two guys who were evenly matched in speed, and they couldn't get to each other really, and they couldn't get to like an advantageous position. So that's why I think they want to get you should get a rematch, because then like in the rematch they'll both know like, okay, well they both will know like each other's speed and each other's timing, and I think it was starting to heat up at the end, especially when everyone was starting to get in, but Shakur was turning them and he was hitting them with the counter right hooks. And I think in the 12th, and I think if it went on, I think Core would have got the upper hand, but you know that's just what I saw. But it was so hard to see a lot of that stuff because it's so fast, man.
Yeah, man. Probably
Yeah.
two of some of the fastest guys in the division. Um, yeah, I like that you had some notes before you came in here. I think that was dope. I feel like just wanting to learn and speak your piece, but also engage into the conversation is great. But um, thank you for coming in, Ben. Any last minute words as well, and thank you for the support as well, bro.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'm a strength coach. Um, you know, so my YouTube's coming soon. Sharp Calisthenics. So check me out, man. Peace to y'all, man. Peace to the chat. And yeah, much love.
Much love to you, my brother. Keep up the game, man. Keep up the good work with the strength and
Sure.
conditioning coaching as
Yes.
well.
All right.
All right. Shakur Speed is unstoppable. Media be riding Shakur. Anthony Moore. Tap in. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. Speak your piece. The link is up in the top. You know what I'm saying? The link is up in the top. Mr. Sharp gave some good intel as well. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were battling for the ring, the middle of the ring made a lot of sense. Um, you know, he spoke upon that late the middle round body shot that I did see that. I haven't really spoke too much about it. Nevertheless, man, I just think that Shakur be riding media. Oh yeah, Shakur got riding media is part of the game. When you're not at that level of a Javante Davis, a big pay per view attraction, I feel like you got to ride the media some type of way. And that's part of your job outside of the ring. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the ring, that's one of the more important things is to become noticed, popular. How do you sell? You know what I'm saying? That goes for the club shows to the pros. It has to be done. You know what I'm saying? Uh, what speed he talking about? Listen, boxing magic. I'm talking about hand speed. I'm talking about foot speed. You know, thinking speed. You know, Dan, are you said it perfectly? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the chat as well, David. They threw no punches. Boring fight in history. I think that there was more boring fights. I've seen more boring fights. One thing that I'll tell you guys something that that is very important. A boring, sloppy fight is something I could turn it off. I could turn off. Uh, I could definitely turn off a boring, sloppy fight. This fight wasn't sloppy. A couple times, Edwin looked a little frustrated and sloppy at times, but you got to do that. You got to do that. You got to do whatever you got to do to uh, to get the job done, right? Media making a hell excuses for Shakur when he did the same shit as Charlo, but worse. Hold on. Wait a minute, let me put some pepper in it. Anthony Moore, come chop it up with your boy, man. The link is right here. I disagree, man. I completely disagree. I feel like Charlo really came in there for the payday. You know what I'm saying? Charlo decided to run around, at times. Didn't run, he don't got as good enough feet as like a Shakur, so he can't do what Shakur do. But then again, now you're optimizing to stand on the ropes and get pummeled by Canelo Alvarez. So I completely disagree upon that. I actually would have rathered had Jamel Charlo stick that jab for 12 rounds than fight the way he fought against Canelo. Charlo looks scared. That's scared. That right there is like scared, scared, scared. Let me tell you something right now, and you're right. Boxing. Charlo. all funny videos. This was a chess match with one hand on with Shakur. If Edwin de los Santos knows it's a chess match and he has two hands, why didn't he go for broke? You know what I'm saying? Charlo did not do nothing. He did nothing in that fight. He got hit in that fight. He got dropped in that fight. Come on, let's make it make sense. Let's make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? I will not. I will never pay to see a Shakur fight any longer. Well, guess what, Caesar? You never paid for a Shakur fight because you never needed to pay for a Shakur fight. If you got ESPN, you good. You know what I'm saying? You good. Um, Dudes be capping for Shakur. Like I said, Boxing Magic Max, come in here. Come in here. Come right there. The link, man. I appreciate you commenting, but speak your piece. I love boxing. You can't win with some sort of offense. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You have to. You have to. You have to. I'll be honest with you, man. I've seen a lot of fights with a lot of different fighters that looked worse than that. My boy came prepared with them notes. I like that. I like that. That was good. That's when you know when you at where you're at. If you remove your head from your rec- rectum, maybe you'll be able to process and understand that. All funny is see people talk bad about Regis bad night, but makes excuses for Shakur. Well, I like that. I like that you said that. And you can take that with a grain of salt too, because with Regis's performance, Regis scored a knockdown. They both fighters were way more active, so people were at least contempt. There was more action. Both fighters went down to the canvas with Danielo Sorrilla and Regis Prograis, but in the same time, um, we've seen lacks of at the world title. When you're at that level of having being a two-time champion at that division that you're at, there's no excuses of not cutting the ring. Those are things that you need to do. Those are things that you have to do, and you have to find a way to do it. And in the same time, if you really looked at the skills that Zurella had when it came down to that specific fight, I mean, I don't like calling fighters trash or bums or anything, but I'm gonna be honest, that's not an elite fighter right there. That it did not show. He also lost to Arnold Barboza, which doesn't mean that he's a bad fighter because he lost to Arnold Barboza. But just saying, he took losses from lower opposition. You know what I'm saying? And I can't even say that because Arnold Barboza has a possibility of beating Regis Progress because he could box better than him. Um, just would like to see if he could. I think that fight would have to come down to being a war. But if Pedraza couldn't, do it, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think you can compare a Regis Progress fight because Regis got hit. He got hit in that fight, and Shakur didn't get hit. So defensively is being sounded. Defensively sounded, Regis didn't come with what Shakur bring. But like I guess styles make fights, and that's it. I want to recap on something. Run it back, media. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let me get into the super chat. Y'all come first. Y'all come first. Okay. Dog food, dog food bullies. Tank will walk him down, eat his punches, and knock him out. Excuses about his hands. Well, I think that Javante Davis can knock out anybody. I think anybody can knock out anybody, and if you believe that, hey, place that bet. It's always a good. It's always a good money when it comes to the KOs. But yeah, I mean, Tank can knock out anybody in the division, and I think he can knock out anybody at 140 pounds too. So that's just what that is. I take Regis over Haney. I like that. I'm a Regis guy. You know what I'm saying? He's my guy. I haven't been able to chop it up with Haney to say that he's my guy. He is a good fighter. He is a good champion. I just think that the feet. I'm big on footwork, guys. I'm big on footwork. When it comes to me coaching my students, I don't I don't I don't put hand wraps on them or gloves on them till a month into boxing. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds crazy, but it's not. Uh Tank had was really hurt when they took off his gloves. He was hurting. Yeah. I believe that you know, it is what it is. We're not there, guys. We are not their coaches. We don't speak to them on a daily basis. I mean, I don't want to give excuses. I don't. I know that you boxing, fans, you guys don't like it. I understand it. I was been going on and on with it with the Teal situation. So to go back with Shakur and do it all over again, I just can't. So your opinions are valid. You know what I'm saying? It's your opinions. Take it to the bank, but y'all. Uh, what it me? But was it me? But that ring looked unusually too big, like a racetrack. Oh, the F1, baby. The F1. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to put a little Ford Mustang in there to do donuts in that ring. You feel me? Uh, Either way, I don't even. Regardless of the fact, if you looked at the fight, Shakur didn't use the whole ring. He would use pieces of it. You know what I'm saying? And he would always get back to the middle. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion. When he has Tank every cut the ring off. When he has Tank ever cut the ring off. When has Tank ever cut the ring off? It's because Tank knows what he's doing. Tank lets you step into him. You know what I mean? Uh, Tank wants you to follow him. Tank goes in there. Tank goes in there and he's catching punches. Catch, lateral, catch, lateral. And you see him like this tall, and you get mad, and you really want to give him a pounding. He's like this: catch, catch, catch. Whoa, get out the way. Whoa, and then you feel comfortable. You feel like, oh wow, I could punch. I could be a punching. This guy's a punching bag, even though I ain't landed a lot of shots. And then he gets you comfortable. Then you fall into the hole. That's just what happens, man. And that's experience. That's a lot of experience right there. You know, he always stepped back. Edwin fainted, and he damn near jumped out the ring. Mel Edwin took his heart. Nah, nah, can't agree. You got to give me more than that, Janelle. Come on, man. Taking your heart? I, Taking your heart? And last time I seen someone took their heart, like Inoue and Fulton and Tank. I mean, and uh, Terrence and Spence. That's taking your heart. You know what I'm saying? Yo, matter of fact, Canelo, Canelo and Charlo. Canelo took Charlo's heart away, right? That's that to me. That's taking your heart. I don't see the link. The link's right there, Anthony Moore. It's right there. Don't hide. Don't hide. I got time for one more. Like I said, smash the like button. Oh wow, almost 200 likes. I like that. I like that. Almost. Let's get it. Y'all help me get to 200 likes right now before I post it. I would appreciate it. Glasses, Mills. You're going to ruin your eyes by squinting so much. Yo, matter of fact, I promise y'all. I'm gonna put on the Cartiers on my next live, and I'll be on real soon too, because I got to get to work. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, you're right though, Jackie. If it's not a super chat, I won't read it. Then how about that? That way I ain't there trying to ruin my eyes for the people. Because when I go blind, you guys are gonna be nowhere to be found. You know what I'm saying? And I won't be able to do any of this stuff. I mean, like a secretary and shit. Um, how can you compare Bud and Spence fight? How Bud took Spence's heart when Spence fought till the end? Because he took his heart in a way of this way. Taking your heart means this. It's like saying when people say, I took your soul. I took whatever you was thinking about doing, I disarmed you. When you threw a jab, I timed you. When you threw your hardest punch, I took it. When I seen that you was hurting and you was flinching, I kept poking you. I kept stabbing you. You know what I'm saying? That's taking your heart. You know what I'm saying? Making you look like you shouldn't be in there with me. You know what I'm saying? That's taking your heart away. That's taking your heart away. You know what I'm saying? Um, you're trying your hardest. You're trying your hardest, but you don't have enough. You know what I'm saying? You don't have enough. That's that's taking your heart. Then you look back in your performance and you know, you see that you had nothing to give. When you take a heart is when you a punk someone. Nah, I mean, you punk someone, yeah, but that to me, I don't think that's taking your heart. I think that's you being a punk. That's you being that you that's searching to me. Like I don't think that that's taking your heart when you out there. You a bully. You know what I'm saying? You know what to say. Nah. And I'm from the streets too. You know what I'm saying? I pump plenty of people, and I don't think that I took their heart. I think that I think that there's people out there that I've seen people shit. I've gone through some shit, bro. I'll tell you that much. I had I've had a I've had a gun be pointed into my face before, and my heart go crazy. But I still grabbed the gun. I still grabbed the barrel of the gun and moved it away. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't take my heart, but my heart was going nuts. You feel me? Spence fought his heart with his heart. He fought with his heart, but he fought with his heart. You know when they say, um, you fought your heart can mess you up. What's the rest the terminology? Sometimes fighting with your heart is just no, it's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? I believe that Derek James should have stopped that fight. I think he did a horrible job when it came down to that piece. He should have stopped that fight. You know. So how he took his heart? He took his heart. He took his heart by you coming in there thinking you're the big fish that you've dominated every single person. I think I put it like this: when we talk about Punk, right? Remember when Terrence pushed him? Was it the second round? Pushed him like I think something went through his head too. I think something went through his head too, right there, right? Your man Santos got 2 L's on his record. When he fights anyone like Martin, Davis, Tank, Loma, Kid Austin, he gonna have 3. Mm. I think you should get Kid Austin out of there. I think that's too early to have him in those discussions. That's real rap. Uh, but he never backed down. You never back down. Nah, you never back down. But you fighting with your heart is no good at times. You know what I'm saying? Like you could really get messed up permanently, man. Like permanently, just to please y'all. While these people have families, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think Kid Austin's ready yet. You know what I'm saying? He ain't ready yet. I don't think his dad's ready yet. You know what I'm saying? But he's a good, he's good for Golden Boy and what Golden Boy got going on at 135, him, Cepeda, whatever the case may be. But they got to get that boy some fights. You know what I'm saying? Those highlights you can't tell Shakur won. Hey, I understand. You know what I'm saying? But you can't say that it went the other way around either. You know what I'm saying? Our debate is that Edwin too dude heart. Our debate is that Edwin too dude heart. I'm trying to figure out what you meant by that, my bro. My Brody. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. We just hit 200 likes. I'm with it. I'm loving it. I am loving it. I am loving it. Took his heart, man. I'm telling you. Telling you. You smoking rocks, Jarnell. Gonna head and log out. Oop. And you said Bud took Spence's heart. Nah, took bro. You fighting with your heart. I. So let me all right, put it like this. So let me rephrase it then. Let me rephrase it. I got this one. This was for you. This was for you. Bud took his soul and left his heart in his body. And while he took his soul, his heartbeat was still beating, but it was no good. And because of that, Derrick James should have said, "Damn, my boy, he's just fighting with his heart. Let me get him out." So I'll do that then. How about that, right? Bud outclassed him. Exactly. He outclassed him, but he beat him up. He beat that boy up. You know what I'm saying? He beat him up. He didn't just outclass him. He beat him up. No, that was one of the biggest. Yo, people were calling me a Spence hater. This is when you know I'm not. First of all, I don't hate no man, right? But you could tell I felt bad for Spence. Even though that put him in the dirt and all that, I still felt bad for him. You know what I'm saying? If a heart is taken, the guy would be too scared to even move. There was moments. How about this? Every single time Spence was looking at the ground because he knew that the shots were coming. You don't think he was scared when he was uncomfortable in those positions? Oh man, he was scared. That's right. He was so uncomfortable and he was looking bad, man. Man, stop riding this dude Shakur. He didn't do enough to get the belt. Be real. Let me tell you something, bro. The link is up top. Chop it up. We debate. It's about listen. Did Edwin do enough? They're fighting for a vacant title. Somebody got to win, right? Or it got to be a draw. But they seen that Shakur out jabbed him. Point blank. How was he scared when he went out every round? Bro, when you see a fighter that's looking down in the ground, that's a bad sign, bro. And I've seen it in a couple times. I've seen it a couple times in Spence. He gets uncomfortable. I'll tell you something. When you're in the ring and you feel uncomfortable because that guy in front of you makes you feel uncomfortable, you will feel a little scared. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna be 100 with you. When you're in there with someone, right, that is that good that makes you uncomfortable in the ring. When you signed the paper, you wasn't scared. I understand. You fighting. You're going down in your shield. But when you're uncomfortable, you're feeling scared at the moment, and that's facts. If anyone that's been in the ring, you will know that. I fought with my heart. You probably betted with your heart too. You know what I'm saying? You probably betted on Spence. Maybe not. I don't know. Man, I'm just talking. Davis. Uh, both had baby faces after the fight. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. There was, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't enough done. It just wasn't enough done. Uh, Robinson threw over 100 punches more than Emil Navarrete, and they called that fight a draw. That fight shouldn't have been a draw, though. That was messed up. That was messed up. I hope I did. I get Tim to talk about that fight. I hope I did. Um, I gotta hit up Tim on his Instagram so we can really get a dope interview. But shout out to Tim Bradley as well for topping it in and doing a little quick interview. And it was cool because he said, "Yo, tap me in," and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is fire." You know what I'm saying? Mills holding the show down by himself all day, every day, man. You know I could do it. You know I could do it. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. I see some people unlike it, which is okay. Which is okay. You know what I mean? Let's overpower these likes by smashing it right now. Do you think Shakur won every round? I think that he won out of the 12 rounds. I definitely think that he slammed 10 of them. He slammed 10 of them easily. You know what I'm saying? I can't go out here and say I give him every round, but there's not even the rounds that Edwin took, like it's not clear cut. Like I'll tell you right now, I remember watching the first 2 rounds and I asked my boy, I'm like, well, how do you have it? Because I got like 2 swing rounds in a row. Like, how do you have it? Nah, Tim didn't speak on Navarrete. Damn, should have got it. But he was busy. You seen him? He was taking his daughter probably to like practice or something. You can run on, yeah, man, and yeah, man. My bad. Had to hit the like button. Buff Gaming. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash it like if you was smashing something on a Saturday night. 10 rounds, man. Easy. Come on, Dels. You telling me that this was a close fight? I mean, it wasn't a close fight. It was just a boring fight. You know what I'm saying? You can't win with every round by barely throwing punches. But bro, this is a two-way streak, man. Am I gonna grant Edwin de los Santos a point for missing just because he threw punches? We got to keep it real here. We got to keep it real here. Let's keep it real. I like you, Mills, man. It is what it is, man. And Jarnell, I like every single one of y'all. Even if we don't agree on everything, we don't have to agree on everything. You really need glasses, Mills. I got glasses. I got like Cartiers. They're in the car. And my next live, I'm gonna have them. Trust me, I'm gonna be looking smart as hell. Trust me. What do you think about Diego Pacheco, a champ? I think Diego Pacheco is an amazing prospect. I gotta call him a prospect because he's like 22, 23. I interviewed him. We were supposed to interview before the fight this week, and I'm gonna see if I can still try to get him on before the fight, but we get him after. I interviewed him before. Great kid. I think outside the ring, he's a scholar. But the thing about it, can I call him can I? He's like a contender prospect now. He's ranked already in the top 15. So it's like Diego Pacheco got the goods. I like Diego Pacheco. I think once, I talked to, like I said, Jose Benavides and the whole team and shit. And I asked Jose, I was like, yo, what's the plans? Like, are you trying to move up to 168 pounds when your brother moves up to 175? And it seems to me that's the plan. And it just seems to me they'll probably give Jose a shot first, then right after they'll go and give Diego Pacheco a shot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Anthony Moore. I dropped the link already, Brody. The link is up, bro. The link is still there. I see it. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. We can get into like at least like 200, 250 likes. That'll be even better, man. It's probably one of the most likes I had. Not, not really, but it's very close. Top 5 for sure on all the lives I've had. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that has donated on the super chats as well. I got a little bit more time. So let's take advantage of while you can. Um, and when you interview Bernie, the boxer, he said Edwin was nothing, and you ain't check him. You know, he was capping. He was Edwin. Well, I mentioned to Bernie that he's a good fighter. Don't you remember? I mentioned it. That's his opinion. I don't need to check on his opinion if he's not a good fighter or not. My opinion is that I believe he's a good fighter, and he mentioned it. I mean, he said, yeah, but you know, maybe not in his likings. Remember, Bernie's around Crawford all the time. You know what I'm saying? And everyone that he be around. So it's like, and his opinion is valid. It's his own opinion. Jabs outscore power punches. Punches land. Remember, there was not a lot of power punches landed by either guy. You know what I'm saying? Edwin de los Santos was basically swinging that air, and they weren't like clean, effective punches. You know what I'm saying? Uh, that's just my opinion, you know what I'm saying? It's just the accuracy was just horrible. You asked him if is a good fighter, and he said Edwin is a bum. Did he say that? Oh man. I mean, hey, that's his opinion, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's a bum whatsoever. But I'm gonna rewatch. I don't really rewatch my interviews, but I'm gonna rewatch that. See what he really thought about that. I'm very surprised he said that though. Shakur is a good fighter for regular cable. Hey, that's your opinion, and part of that opinion I agree on as far as like being an entertaining fighter, and I think he's entertaining after this fight. And I'll be real. That Nakatilia fight wasn't that shit was kind of weak too, very similar. And give y'all can y'all give me credit though? Can y'all give me credit? Like I don't get enough credit sometimes. I'm the only one that was like, yo, it's gonna be like Nakatilia fight. People gonna be like, oh, Shakur gonna stop him. He ain't gonna stop him. This is a fight, regardless. It's like Nakatilia. And I was 100% right. You know what I'm saying? 100% right. You know, maybe I might be 100% wrong if he heals his hand. He's not entertaining at all. I'd rather watch two Ben's boxing. Uh, nah, you did your thing. Yeah, man, and the parlay hit too. Um, I just like yeah, you could be a fan of Shakur, but you should. I feel like you should always be real upon your opinion. You only get one, right? Punches thrown 70 and 40 is sorry of a fight. Facts. Don't get mad at the. Listen, let me tell you something, David. No one gets mad. Your opinion's your opinion, and you know what? When there's less punches being thrown, most likely it's because it's more of a technical fight than what people think it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my behalf on it. That's my take on it, and you know I think we're going to see a lot more better performances. I think what we need to be more concerned about is Shakur might only fight one more time. I feel, this is my opinion, right? And I'm gonna give you something here, so you can say, "Yo, Mills, you said it." Don't be surprised if Shakur only fights two times, or maybe one time next year, because of the contract. Two times, I think he deserves. This is what I think. If I had to talk to Shakur and give him some advice on matchmaking, this is what I would need. What I would do, check this out. What I would do, this is going to be some fire right here. Check it. Shakur's next fight should be Jermaine Ortiz because he's right under. He's number 7 in line. Jermaine Ortiz, right? I think he'll do good with Jermaine, but I think it'll be an excellent fight, a close fight, and I do think that punches will be thrown. Jermaine is not known to be a big puncher, but he can punch. He is no walkover, and he has a lot of boxing IQ. He might be a little bit too slow for Shakur, but he's also a man, and he's a big guy. I don't want to see him fight him too much because I know where Jermaine's career is headed as far as going to the 140 division. There's a lot of names, but if he can get that opportunity, um, Shakur should go and take that opportunity because if Ortiz is having a hard time making weight, this is a great opportunity for him, right? So I say give Shakur 6 months, get back in the ring with Jermaine Ortiz, right? Then, right, while that's happening, De Los Santos goes fights Frank Martin or Pitbull Cruz after Tank does, right? It will help the buildup of the fight, the popularity of each fighter, and he can come back. We have to see a performance coming back from Edwin De Los Santos before we even talk about him. We have to see more. We have to. That being said, the next fight that Shakur should fight, right? Honestly, I do want to see him beat Nakatili no Navarrete's ass. I do. I want to see that butt whooping. So that being said, Shakur give De Los Santos 200K for the rematch. Nah. He already De Los Santos already got 400K for the first one. So you already know rematches are more money. Um, the next one, right? Um, I think Shakur should fight Navarrete, right? And figure out what Loma and George Cambosos is gonna do. They have to figure it out. So that would be 3 fights. Like if this would be great if Shakur could get 3 fights, and those are the 3 fights I would like to see this year. I don't want to see a Tank fight next year right away. And then people be like, damn, Mills, like for real? For real? Nah, I just think that the gear up of the fight I mean, look at all these people saying that they don't want to see Shakur fight no more. So I feel like he need to get that get back. He need to win his fans back. He got to win some more new fans and stuff like that, and that's cool. So that'll be a great build up, and it'll be Shakur Stevenson facing Jermaine Ortiz, Navarrete, and most likely Lomachenko. And you know what? After that, Tank Davis, number 4, the start of 2025. 2025, fight Tank, and then move up in weight. Catch your smoke at 140. Yeah, that's how I think Shakur should move. He should move like that. You know what I'm saying? Forget everything else, and there it is. Um, for Tank. Now, if Tank figures this out and be smart, I'm like, if I'm Tank, right? If I'm Tank, I'm calling out Shakur right now. Right now. I agree with you, Mills, but I still feel Shakur will perform the same boring ass fight. Great name. I mean, yeah, but we gotta see if this hand injury is real or not. We gotta see if it's real or not. You know what I'm saying? Wait till Tank is 31. No, 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 no. It's only 2 years. It's only 2 years. Remember, we're already at the end of the year. Tank's birthday just passed. Recent, like a month ago, right? Or not even. So 2025. Remember, these fights need to be built up, and it just makes more sense. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen. If Shakur does not look what Calvin Ford was talking about on the Rise Podcast's Instagram. He like, you want us to fight that? You want us to fight that? And yo, let me tell you something. I understood what Calvin was saying, but I already knew this type of stuff too. You know what I'm saying? I already knew this type of stuff. But shout out to Calvin Ford for making that happen as far as making the show out of it. And I think that we need to get Calvin Ford back on the channel. I did a whole interview with Calvin the other day. Didn't even freaking the volume didn't even come on. So that's crazy. But whatever the case may be, shout out to the whole Tank team. I rock with each and every single one of y'all, and that's real rap. I want y'all before I leave, right? I want you guys to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. It'll be very, very, very important. And I want you guys to really go out and show love. I'm gonna end the live right now, but I want you guys to go to my latest interview with Jose Benavidez. Smash the like button, leave a comment, and let me know what y'all think about the interview as well. Please do me a favor after you're done with this, after you smash the button here, smash the button on this one right here. Let me know what y'all think about the fight itself, and we could talk about it and debate it in the comments. And then also, just the vibes. I asked some pretty cool questions here, so make sure you guys show love to this actual interview next. Much love to everybody on the chat. Appreciate every single one of y'all. Thank you guys for the super chats, the comments, the likes. It's Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, fighters channel, trainers channel, my people's channel. Much love.